Lovely Saturday evening promises to be a cracker of a contest between the Sobo Supersonics, who have won 2-2, taking on the Aakash Tigers. A loss and a win for the newbies of this league, the T20 Mumbai. It's match number 10. And the umpires have arrived in grand style before this pressure job begins of officiating in this important clash. More important for the Aakash Tigers, who want to get back to winning ways. They lost their last game to the Eagle Thane Strikers, but a lovely car, the Skoda, to sit in and arrive at the Wankhede Stadium. There the other umpires, look nice and relaxed. A lovely cool breeze blowing through at the Wankhede Stadium. Good to see that a lot of you have paid heed to our requests and have arrived for this game. Here we go, then the Sobo Supersonics. Hizar the Fidar finds himself in the playing 11. And we're going to see the first glimpse of Salman Khan as well. And Sylvester D'Souza for the Aakash Tigers. This lineup led by Dhawal Kulkarni. We'll also see Arjun Tendulkar with the ball in hand. In a couple of minutes from now, the Supersonics won the toss and elected to bat first. Jay Bista has been very impressive. Parag Khanapurkar announced his arrival on the T20 Mumbai stage with a quick-fire 96 it was. Highest score so far, highest individual score so far. There they are, the boys in blue. Dhawal Kulkarni, big name in Mumbai domestic cricket. It will be very interesting to see where he bowls Arjun Tendulkar. Enough overs with the new ball, or maybe in the middle overs. The last time they played under lights, Tendulkar bowled just the one over with the new ball. But there is the bespectacled captain of the Sobo Supersonics, the boys from South Mumbai. They won 2-2 so far. They beat the Arcs Andheri on day one by 48 runs. Khanapurkar, the star of that win, scored 96 of 49. And then they beat the defending champions, the Triumph Knights, by 4 wickets. Jay Bista's side. The Knights, of course, are back to winning ways. But here we are then, playing his 10th T20 Mumbai match. Has looked compact, looked confident. The best of 60 so far for Jay Bista. And Manish Batavia in the commentary box, and I'm honoured to welcome one of the kings of the glory days of Mumbai cricket, Milind Rege. Good evening.
Good evening, Manish. Thank you for all that you said. Yeah, this promises to be a very good match. Harsh Dunk, 118 runs. Strike rate quite decent, with the best of 47. But that man on your screen. Good crowd coming in for this evening, being a Saturday evening. It's amazing, Manish. The crowds have been good. That's why the interest has been pretty high. They've come in huge numbers. That's Dhawal Kulkarni, fit as a fiddle. And what I'm looking forward is to a big innings from Jay Bista.
Right, it's a sizable crowd in. I'm sure it'll get better. A lot of people still trickling in, perhaps stuck in traffic outside Churchgate D Road. No worries, it promises to be an absorbing contest. Jay Bista looks focused. We saw Prithvi Shaw special last night. Will it be a Jay Bista special tonight? Straight away on the mark. Dhawal Kulkarni showing his experience. No need for a loosener or a warm-up delivery. Means business, doesn't he?
Jay Bista is also an exciting player. Can probably make shots which are non-existent. Like you said, a touch of Sehwag. And the other batsman at your end, other end is Harsh Dunk, also a promising youngster in Mumbai.
A slip in place for Bista. Third man on the boundary, being asked to move a little bit to his left. Arjun Tendulkar as third man. Backward point. 4 inside the circle on the offside. Two on the onside, a mid-wicket and a mid-on. Fairly basic field set. But the ball will move a little bit. The early overs under the lights. Again, great discipline by Dhawal Kulkarni. Just showing that he's got years of experience under his belt. Knows how to start.
And he's so very straight, isn't it? When he bowls, his follow-through is correct, his action is good, his run-up is almost correct, and what a physique. Very slim and trim, and look at that run-up now. Perfect run-up.
This time much straight, unable to connect it. Will get a single on this occasion.
Look at that run-up, perfect. The arms swinging, the legs in perfect rhythm, comes close to the wicket, and that follow-through, absolutely perfect. Superb action. Over the years has worked hard, has kept himself fit, and he's been playing for almost 10 years now for Mumbai, and probably in the earlier part of his career was supposed to be doing wonderful things for India. He played for India, but a true servant of Mumbai's cricket.
Well done to the Aakash Tigers management for giving him the reins of this team. New team, one of the two new teams that have become a part of the T20 Mumbai family now. Couldn't have found a better man.
Sometimes I wonder whether his bowl's too straight, you know. He's so accurate, his line and length are very steady. It doesn't go haywire with his pace, bowls well within himself. They are a happy lot. And why not? Night cricket is fun, T20 is more fun.
This time slightly shorter, stroked it nicely off the back foot. Quick single, good running. Talk about intelligence in T20, and this man, well, the man you saw a little while ago on your screen, Jai Bista, the captain, has oodles of it. Sharp thinking cricketer.
Yeah, he is. He's led Mumbai to wins in the under-23 competition. So he's been there. He scored 1,000 runs in season, probably twice at that level. He plays well. He's a good student of the game. Only sometimes in 4-day games he needs to keep a little bit of restraint, but not here. It's not needed here. All the shots, sometimes he's so quick on that square cut.
Again, that probing line, a touch short though, to end the first over. 3 without loss to Supersonics. Watchful start by the Supersonics openers, Bista and Harshtank. As it was Dhawal Kulkarni, the experienced captain of the Aakash Tigers, bowling a lovely line, that channel just outside the off stump. And they've gone with the spinner, Shams Mulani.
Keep going!
Slow left arm from the media end. A slip in place. One fielder on the onside on the boundary. That's deep mid wicket. Lovely line. It could be close at the non-striker's end. What's the hurry?
Even if you see Jai Bista as an attacking player, and look at that forward defense, absolutely perfect. Bat close to his pads. Once again, always waiting to take that single. Last minute turns his wrists for that single. He's a very good player, Jai Bista, and he knows what to do when he bats.
Lovely start, Shams.
Have a look at it. This time he just opened the face of his bat
No singles here, boys.
inside the line of the ball. Can strike the ball pretty hard.
Shabash, shabash, Shamsi.
Prithvi Shaw and Jai Vista make a very explosive pair, opening pair in this format of the game for Mumbai.
That's what we were talking about yesterday as well. The ability to change that shot after the ball is delivered with 2 or 3 options at their disposal to be able to judge whether there's a run or not. It's a special ability. This time hit away on the offside will be a 4. Don't bother chasing that one.
Harshtang saw the flight, just opened his left leg and drove it in that area where it's very safe to drive. He saw that gap. It's important how you put the balls and where you put the balls in the gap. There's no point in hitting it hard. Absolutely wonderful technique. Once again,
This time giving it a bit of air, playing it slightly uppishly on the onside. Vista's slowly just trying to get a measure of the pitch. See what the left arm spinner Bulani is up to, who's been happy to toss it up,
Lovely start.
trying to bring the slip in play, which has gone off surprisingly. I would have thought Kulkarni would keep the slip in. Much flatter this time, much straighter. They need to sort their running between.
very tantalizing line. Good loop when he bowls that left arm spin. He's expecting Vista to drive. Good finish the over. Good finish the over is what he says. It's so important to finish the over on a high, because he's just given the 6 runs. He's been economical, and now he needs to do the right thing.
Out of the Shivaji Park Lions last season, Shams Mulani, one of the 2 draft picks. Into the second 9 without loss to Supersonics. A watchful start, a solid start, a steady start for the Sobo Supersonics. No wild slogs, no cross-batted hoiks yet. 2 overs up. Kulkarni, the captain, ready with the 3rd over from the Karvare Pavilion end. Yet again, he can do this all night. That line just outside, back of a length.
Impeccable, really. He won't mess around with anything. He'll just keep on bowling the same line. Off stump, around the off stump. But I wonder why he's removed the slip, because that's a good opportunity to get an early wicket. He's getting a bit of movement. He can take that chance in the earlier overs.
Perhaps sensing that Jai Vista and Harshtang might try something like that. Wanted extra protection, but how do you stop that shot? Hit that with utter disdain, just dismissed it from his presence. Picked the length so beautifully, Harshtang. Clean hit for 4.
Yeah, on the rise. Good bounce in the pitch. Look at him, just putting his foot out and slamming it to the mid-wicket area. Amazing for a player like Harshtang to hit Kulkarni. Let's see what happens this time.
Well, alive to that single. Also, the margin of error in this format for any bowler is so little. He kept bowling straight. The moment he gets closer to the stumps, he gets hit. That was Harshtang's innings in the last game against the Knights, 47 of 39 balls. Not a clean striker. This goes under the radar, not as talked about as Jai Vista, but effective and efficient.
Couple of good hooks, couple of good drives. This is a batsman's game, Manish. At the end of it all, people don't come to watch bowlers. Oh, look at that rasping drive. Oh, that is brilliant. Certain boundary stopped.
A helicopter shot like bat movement, wasn't it? Just that the ball this time racing to that fielder in the covers. Have a look at that. So much like a helicopter shot. Siddharth Akre, the fielder, and would have stung him. Change of pace, working it away onto the onside. Will think about the two and then change their mind. Oh, there they are, the Atul Projects fan army. Such a happy experience watching T20 cricket with family and friends and kids, and this format has led kids to bring their parents to the cricket. Good to see a lot of women as well, young girls coming in. They've got the likes of Smriti Mandana and Mithali Raj and Jhulan Goswami and Harmanpreet Kaur as their heroes. 3 gone, 15 without loss. Still no big fireworks from the Sobo Supersonics. They're not scoring at a supersonic speed yet. And this crowd awaits a tsunami of big hits. A lot of them from South Mumbai, clearly supporting the Supersonics. But I'm sure there are a few that want to see Dhaval Kulkarni do well. There he is, and Arjun Tendulkar, left arm fast from the media end. Straight away, on the money. We saw in that last game, he was prepared to bowl that bouncer as well. Change of pace, a feature of his bowling. Arjun Tendulkar, as Milind Rege was saying in the last game, is action still work in progress, Milind?
More than the action, the follow-through, I think. But he'll get it right. His basics are good. And he's playing alongside Dhaval Kulkarni, which will help him a lot during this tournament. Because Dhaval is the kind of tutor who's played 10 years of first-class cricket. They must be having chats in the dressing room. They have a good coach in Wilkin Mota. Comes brisk, runs hard. There he goes, and a bit over pitch this time. In his eagerness to bowl quick, the length is a bit too further. Look at the length, it's a bit too further. There's no protection for that ball. Not square third man. All you have to do is swing your arms.
Yes, he threw his bat at it, erring just a little bit in line. Perhaps needs to take a leaf out of Dhaval Kulkarni's book on finding that channel and owning that channel. Of course, he's bowling across the right-hander. No slip in place. Running in nice and hard. This time slightly upish. Oh, grows across the line. Kulkarni chasing the ball. Will manage to stop it. Good relay work there. They will get two. It's warmed up nicely after those first 2 overs. Dhaval Kulkarni doing a good job of pulling that one in.
Played across the line, got it inside of the bat. Good chase by Dhaval. Chucked it back to the fielder. The aggression is all there in Arjun Tendulkar. He's very keen to bowl quick. Well bowled. That swung in a bit. That's the kind of line he should have. Attack the stumps.
Shabash, Arjun, Shabash, Arjun.
Bowl as straight as possible. Don't give room to the batsman
Shabash, Arjun.
to open their arms and hit the ball.
Very good effort, Dad.
Let's look at his performances so far. Just the one wicket against the Knights. But he's prepared to try whatever tricks he has up his sleeve. The last one, a slight change in pace as well, a better line. Seems to have the ingredients. Can he bring them together? This time, a lot more room, will be punished. Hit through the covers, two fielders in pursuit. No stopping that one. Jay Bista threw his bat at it. Always in control. With the left foot going out and the bat coming down nicely. Clearly, Supersonics fans are happy.
He won't spare them. All those kinds of deliveries Jay Bista will never spare. Particularly the fact that he's so strong square of the wicket. A nice juicy half volley from Arjun Tendulkar. He will need to look and bowl well within himself, because the faster he tries to bowl to Jay Bista, it could be overpitched and Jay will go for that drive. Nicely played again.
Tried that slow ball, over-pitched it, had his hands on his head. As soon as the ball released, he knew he'd got it wrong. Expensive over, 3 boundaries of it. 16 of the over, 31 without loss after 4.
Shabash.
Welcome back. Lots of skyscrapers in South Mumbai, but only one so far on the Sobo Supersonics Atul Project's run graph. A change in the bowling lineup. Dhaval Kulkarni, after having bowled 2 very good overs, has brought in Nehal Katakdhon, the slow left arm spinner. Again, no slip. Third man inside the circle. Let's look at where he's got protection on the boundary line. He's got a deep mid-wicket and a long on. Of course, we're still in the power play overs with field restrictions. Only 2 outside the circle. This time he's hit it towards that long on fielder. Jay Bista a lot more compact, much tighter than Harsh Tank.
Yeah, Harsh Tank seems to be playing across the line most of the time with the bat face closed. As a result of which he's not timing the ball. The right hand is far too tight. Whereas if you look at Jay Bista, his grip is close to both his hands are very close, and he plays right on top of the ball.
The other interesting, of course, is oh, beauty, that turned! Is that gone? A loud appeal for stumping. Did Jay Bista drag his right leg, his right foot outside that crease? This is a very, very crucial moment in this game.
There's no problem on that, but yes, the ball has turned, and now is the time. Has he gone out? Yes. I think his leg is up in the air. That's brilliant bowling and brilliant stumping.
Yes, there it is, the red scorer with OUT out. Rare failure for Jay Bista, the danger man. And well done to Subramaniam Doraiswamy. Lightning quick. He knew exactly when to take the bails off. Just as Jay Bista's foot went up, off he went in a flash. Jay Bista gone for 13. The Supersonics 32 for 1. Oh, well, a bit of a surprise then from the Supersonics after the fall of Jay Bista's wicket. They've sent in Vaibhav Mali, who's normally a lower middle order batsman. Clearly sent in with a certain message. Good call tactically, Milind Rege.
Well, one will have to wait and see, because he's a lower middle order batsman, and I cannot understand the reason why he's been sent at number 3.
Shabash, shabash, Nihal.
Probably because when he's a lower middle order good batsman, he tends to hit the ball better. Oh, that's turning slowly. Brilliant fielding. Absolutely brilliant fielding. The running between needs to be looked into.
Make it faster, make it faster.
Yes, no, yes, no is a very dangerous call to make. Look at that. Look at the hesitation. Look at the hesitation. Why is the non-striker looking at the ball?
There was a chance at the non-striker's end, but the bowler on one stump uprooted before the ball could reach him. He's giving it a lot of air. He's got some turn. We saw that in that Jay Bista dismissal. Is there a case for Dhaval Kulkarni to come in from the other end and change of ends, come in, bowl from the media end, since you've got Vaibhav Mali in? Is that something you would think about, or keep going with Tendulkar from the other end? This time cut away will be 4. Vaibhav Mali has been sent in with a purpose, and he's starting to deliver on that.
Yeah, to answer your earlier question, obviously Arjun has been hit for 16 runs in the previous over. I think they'll give him a break in that, but look at this square cut, perfectly timed. Finds that gap, short of good length. That's what the bowler needs to look at, because he's bowled 4 good deliveries with a wicket, and the 5th one is a short. This one has to be closer to the bat, tighter.
Once again, thought about
Well done.
play that fuller delivery on the back foot could have been expensive, but well, 5 gone, 36 for 1. A surprise decision to get Vaibhav Mali to come in at 3, and one square cut giving him the 4 runs he scored so far. Bissa going out cheaply. Excellent stumping by Subramaniam Duraiswamy. He's brought back Shams Bolani just as we expected, giving Arjun Tendulkar a bit of a breather then after that expensive 16-run over.
Look at the flight. Oh, what a beauty. What a beauty. I'm sure any great left arm spinner would have been proud of that. Too close to him to be square cut, as a result of which he could play it only to mid-off. And look at the stumping. Brilliant stumping. So quickly. The leg, right leg up in the air. That's absolutely in a flash.
That will make Bishwan Singh Bedi as well as Syed Kirmani proud.
Subramaniam Duraiswamy has been around in the leagues for a long time.
Wide of the crease, much straighter this time.
Beautiful bowling, Shams.
Completely foxed Jay Bista. Forget about the stumping, just to beat that man. The compact batsman's bat was in itself an achievement.
That's because it's turned, you see. Oh, bowled him. Oh, I thought he almost bowled him.
Missed everything there. The batsman, the stumps, the keeper. For a second, it did look like it had clipped the stumps, but not quite. Lucky break for the batsman.
Well bowled, very well bowled, Shams. Very well bowled, Shams.
Just swung it along, missed the leg bail. The keeper also beaten in flight. Why would he need to play such a shot on a wicket where the ball is turning slowly?
Now practicing that shot at the non-striker's end. In the air, will that be caught? Just over the captain. Again, not able to connect it. Well, the pressure of wanting to accumulate as many runs as possible in the power play. And for a moment, I thought it was within Dhaval Kulkarni's reach. Not quite in the end.
He's giving me the impression he wants to get out every ball. Why is he playing in the air? Drive along the line, drive along the ground. See, there you go. Everything he's trying to hit on the ground.
Harsh trying to donk it. End of the 6, end of the power play, 41 for 1. Well, a surprise there. 85.6% Dream 11 players preferring Aakash Gomel, the all-rounder. Dhaval Kulkarni at 3, Parag Khanapurkar. I would have thought he'd be the #1 pick. That's the top 5 in demand. The Dream 11 top picks. It's a game that's fast changing how sport lovers enjoy the game, become a part of the game. Sylvester D'Souza, right arm fast, found a spot for himself in the playing 11 today. Still waiting to get a first look at Salman Khan, the off spinner. Here is D'Souza to Hashtank. Bowled him! You hit! Well, you miss, I hit. Once again across the line. Just what Milind Rege was talking about.
It was a terrible shot, played completely across the line. He gave me the impression, Manish, that he wanted to get out every ball. The last over, you saw how he was trying to donk it. And a great wicket for him, the first one when he's on his debut.
A simple, straight-up delivery on the off stump. Perhaps was a case for him to play it over the bowler's head, maybe over mid-on. Hashtank goes for 23, 41 for 2. Welcome back. A rank bat shot from Hashtank, getting out to D'Souza off the first ball. Slip in place now, straight away for Parag Khanapurkar. Good delivery. Just missing that outside edge. Parag Khanapurkar, the star of the Supersonics opening win against Aksanderi, scored 96 of 49 deliveries, 10 fours, and guess what? 5 sixes in that innings of 96. He has the highest individual score in this year's T20 Mumbai. Take a look at that wicket.
Like I said earlier, he wanted to get out of every delivery. Pathetic shot, really. Use the word again, Manish, pathetic. But I have to, because these kind of shots, I don't know why many of our Mumbai batsmen are happy with their 20s and 25s. Many a time in this tournament, I've seen that players are settled down, but they play something rash, and they're happy with their 20 and 25 runs. Come on, watch the Kohlis, watch the Rohits. See how they build their innings, see how they carry Rahul, KL Rahul and all these players, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, they want to play till the very end. You've got so many opportunities to watch your senior batsmen, and yet when you go there, you just make the same mistakes.
So much analysis available, video footage available all across, easy access, unlike your playing days, Milind. It's so much easier to go back and look at what you're doing right and wrong. Wide, slow, outside the off stump. D'Souza offering some width there for Vaibhav Mali. You'd forgive Vaibhav for playing these shots because he's been sent in with a certain role in mind.
Correct. He's been sent with a role that he should go for shots, which he is capable of, really. The coaches, the management, Ravina Amre, Amit Dani, they're quite satisfied. They're quite cool. They're quite experienced. But there's nothing you can do when you sit in the dugout, isn't it? The tension is so obvious.
This time Strader flicked it away nicely. Completely in control of that shot. Will help him add 2. The score ticks along, moves to 44. With the loss of 2 wickets. Bista gone, Harsh Tang gone, the opener's gone. Time to sort of rebuild the innings between Parag Khanapurkar and Vaibhav Mali. She knows she's on TV now. Well, the big screens completely changed the dynamics, isn't it? The viewing experience, you know if you're at the ground, and there'll be some cameraman who will find you. Can't lie to the boss or to your parents. Go to a cricket match. Good over so far. A wicket and just 3 runs for D'Souza.
I think he's getting a bit of movement. His action says so. Running straight, good, nice high on action. Just striving for too much there.
Lots of effort in that delivery. Perhaps putting in a bit too much, bending his back a little bit. Strained down leg side, the Supersonics fans. Oh, there he is, Mr. Malinga, still there. A long day at the Wankhede. Got to find out if he's ever met Lasith Malinga. Do a split screen. Maybe he goes to the same hairdresser, who knows. Good delivery to end the over. Will steal a single to end the 7th. 46 for 2, the Sobo Supersonics. Stay tuned.
Live scores, news,
Team preview,
match predictions,
fan code,
fan code.
no ads, pure sports.
.46 for 2, Sobo Supersonics. Decent start, but the fall of 2 wickets has dented their batting a little bit. I'm joined by Boom Boom Charu Sharma. Welcome, Charu.
Hey, good evening, Milan. Yeah, 2 big wickets at that, not just 2 wickets, because Vaibhav hasn't done too much so far. Parag, we know, is a standout performer. And then what? Rohan Raja, I suppose, can get them a few runs, but this is not a particularly good start, that's for all. And if I were the bowling side, I'd be with my tails up. So Dhawan Kulkarni, who lost the toss, has done pretty well with his bowlers so far. Look at this man, Nehal, 1 for 5, and he's into his 2nd over. So he's done extremely well, kept them very tight. Oh, is that gone as well? We'll go upstairs for that. It was tossed up. And Vaibhav played all over it.
That is a keeper's wicket, really. Nicely tossed up, though. Completely well within the lines. Went for a swing, but look at that. The ball rose, but brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that's gone. Before the bat comes down to the ground, it's above the line and the bail is off. So keeper, very well done. And the batsman looking very awkward, like a ballet dancer here. But he cannot make it back in time. This is just brilliant by the keeper particularly. And of course, well bowled too. We'll have to credit the bowler by tossing it up, doing something different and drawing Vaibhav into that wild swing. The bail's off, the bat's still up. For me, Milind.
He's a gunner. Absolutely. Look at the bails. The feet are outside that line. Simply brilliant, isn't it? Enough flash. Really, what an effort that was. Magnificent delivery. Beaten the batsman in flight, as a result of which he went for that shot. He had no other choice, and Doraswamy was simply brilliant.
Yeah, he's been very impressive. Also with the bat, mind you, he got in a nice knock during the last match, Doraswamy. So, Subramaniam D, you are quite a player. Well done. For me, that's out, but I'm glad I'm not the third umpire. Always glad I'm not umpiring or Milind, even a selector. It's just such a thankless job. You can never get it 100% right. Is that going to be red? Red is the verdict for me. OUT. Vaibhav has to go. Good work by Doraswamy. And Nehal now 2 for 5 in his second over. This is brilliant. Sobo Supersonics, 2 matches played, 2 matches won. But here, they're in trouble. 46 for 3. Takaule comes in at a very difficult time for Sobo Supersonics. You can argue that they've done very well so far, so there's less pressure team-wise. But for any individual, or perhaps even any team, anytime, you really want to do your best all the time. And here, Yogesh will be thinking that maybe I can save the team. So we'll start carefully now, Yogesh. Like that. Okay, it's a rare sight in T20 cricket, but we'll allow him that at the very least.
It's a bit surprising that let's have a look at the wicket. Beautifully tossed up. Went for he was beaten in flight, but look at the speed with which he took off the bails.
Oh, not a good ball. Easily hit away for a single. Well, even if you have 2 for 6, you're allowed a bad ball. But luckily, because the batsmen are new, not used to it, he got away with only a single. Here's a wicket again. Yeah, it was Fuller. And I think even clipped the pads along the way. So the speed might be a little different when coming to the keeper. But didn't he do brilliantly? He collected high up. Had to lean forward, almost leap forward. Subramaniam Doraswamy, well done.
I'm a bit surprised, Charu, that Takaule has come in at this number 5. And his strike rate is only 88.
Yeah, is this for a repair job to give Parag the strike? You just take it easy, make sure Parag gets the bulk of the strike and make sure you don't lose your wicket. So could be a game plan there, saying, all right, on one end we know Parag is fabulous, has done a terrific job in the tournament. And Takaule, your job is to make sure you don't get out, get the singles when you can, give Parag the strike. That could be a game plan. Parag again, very, very good. Didn't try and overhit that. That's the key. He got only 2. You can argue that there was a 4 ball, but under the circumstances, very carefully played. You were talking about Dhaval Kulkarni some time back, and I have to mention once again, I think I said it a couple of matches ago, that I think he is fitter and stronger than ever. Because I stand next to him, he's worked really hard on his legs. He's more muscled in the arms as well and looking pretty good. This, by the way, is not looking good. So the Supersonics, the batting card. Bista and Hirsch were getting along with it, but you were right. I was listening to commentary earlier on. Hirsch Tak was busy trying to look at how can I get out now.
And it lets your team down, really, because you've batted there, you've scored 23 odd runs, and then you're going for a big hit all the balls.
49 for 3, not comfortable now. D'Souza has done very well. Worked up decent pace. He's not. Well, they might get one more because of that, but not more, surely. Oh, they take the third. This is very poor. Shams Mulani, what were you thinking? He just ambled back. Obviously upset that he missed the ball, but you still have to chase it in right earnest. He just ambled along and was thinking about, shucks, why did I miss it? But what did you do? You gave one run off a bad fielding effort, and then another run because you were not thinking right.
That's simply casual attitude, because even had he missed the ball, he should have pounced on it. He ran behind rather slow, and then he had to return the ball, but he was just watching. This could be costly runs. You never know at the end of it what can happen.
True, this is where we say situational awareness is very important. Yes, there was a misfield, but you got to be aware that, listen, I don't want to give more than one because of that misfield. Okay, D'Souza, 1 for 8 so far in his second over, has done very well. Teams in pretty effectively. Like I said, not the tallest bowler, but let's find out more about cricketing thoughts with Karishma Kotak at the boundary line.
So I have with me the mentor of Aakash Tigers, the man himself, Vinod Kamble. I met you last year and we were discussing this, the mentoring and the team. So what's the difference this year to last year?
It's just last year I was with the other team, the Shivaji Park Lions. This time I'm with Chuna Hai Aakash. That's the team of the team, and I'm very, very excited, in fact, to being the mentoring again and watching all the young guns, you know, showing their colors.
Any boys in particular, any players in particular that you have your eye on?
Especially Arjun,
Yes.
because his first T20 series, in fact, and I'm looking forward to it.
Which reminds me, actually, you know, obviously you and Sachin have played for so many years and are friends. So what are the characteristics of Arjun compared to his father? Anything that they both have, like a similar trait before they're going out to play?
I think Arjun will have a lot of time to learn the way his father used to learn, and it's always learning. And it's good that Arjun is getting a chance here. And he's learner. He's a good learner, in fact. He wants to do well. He wants to do well in his batting, in bowling and fielding. So he's a trier. I'm very happy with his approach, in fact.
And we were both here last year, and I can completely see that it's bigger and better, and that it's so packed as well, right? So definitely the T20 Mumbai is creating a buzz.
Mumbaikar, Kai Bolaitsa. They are all out in numbers. I'm very happy to see all our Mumbaikars are coming out and supporting this young generation, young teams. And, you know, it's really, I'm saying I'm very charged. Looking at it, it feels like I'm batting and they're coming to watch.
Well, I'm very charged to see you again. Thank you so much. I'll let you go right now. Back to you.
Thank you, Karishma. Always wonderful seeing and hearing Vinod Kamble. As he said, he is with a different team, and must be a, what's the word here? Not a funny situation, but I wonder how he's dealing with Arjun, Vinod Kamble, because he too will know not to be too harsh, because I think he's dealing with him very generously, because he did say that he has a lot to learn. He's the kind who learns. So we hope that Vinod's tactical acumen and his skills and his abilities are transferred onto the team, and to this man particularly. D'Souza, well done. Will they take the two? They can. They've been running very well. Oh, a nice sharp call. And I think he might be okay. He got back in time. Do you think? Will they go upstairs? Maybe not. 9 gone, 58 for 3. tallest skyscraper, 17 runs, we think. That was Arjun Tendulkar's over, and of course Dhawal Kulkarni promptly pulled him away from the attack. That's the Atul Project skyscraper scenario. And as always, a big thank you to everybody who's turned up here at the Wankhede Stadium. It was very well located for just a casual drop-in, but most of these guys are serious cricketing fans. Gomal comes in now, a very useful lefty orthodox. Short to begin with, and that really should have been spanked for a boundary, but both these players are still relatively new to the crease. And Takaule ensuring that he does the job that he was sent for, which I think is the case, gave the strike to Parag, and he's done that pretty well so far.
I'm sure at this stage Parag will be looking to drive the ball rather than tonk it. It's a bit too early because his wicket is important. He has to play through the innings now. He's in good form. He's striking the ball well. That is Arman Malik.
Yeah, the franchise ownership of T20 Mumbai wide. Will that be declared one? Yeah. And every once in a while, of course, even lefty orthodoxes experiment, if I can use the term, just to do something different. But of course, they are otherwise extremely accurate, like that.
Only one, Yogya. Keeper.
At this point in time, Charu, I would think that the fielding side, the Tigers, should bowl as quickly as possible because the batsmen at the moment are not in that mood to hit it around.
Yeah, without doubt. You make a good point, because we have been running kind of well behind the clock for the past few days. Today's first match was okay, though. But even here, a good opportunity for the spinners, if they're using a double spin attack, to quickly run through the rovers and make sure that they don't get into danger later on, because here's a look at the two stumpings. Just brilliant, because he had only a microsecond as the foot was lifted there. And even this one, wonderful. Collected the ball higher up than he might have wanted. And leaned forward just in time before the player could get back. Subramaniam Doraiswamy, fantastic work today. So thank you for watching it on television, but also at the Wankhede Stadium, we've got a nice crowd, and we always knew that we would get a nice Super Saturday crowd, which I think could be even more tomorrow on Sunday, Milind, but this is wonderful to see.
This is wonderful because last year we didn't have such crowds. This year's the tournament has been phenomenal, and crowd support is so essential.
You are right. I mean, I personally thought even last year we had a pretty good crowd, but it has been bettered this year, without question. We believe there are more than 10,000 people at Wankhede Stadium today, which is magnificent. I mean, I'm not saying it's only T20 Mumbai. I think it's a very big and important league for this part of the country.
You yourself. Well done, Ake. Well done.
And we have to applaud the Mumbai population for coming into the Wankhede. Halfway stage, 64 for 3.
Live scores, news,
Team preview,
match predictions.
fan code.
Fan code.
No ads, pure sports.
Shabbash,
64 for 3. 10 overs still to go, and Parag, of course, we know can really power it on. A big 90 to begin with, but a shame he missed out on his 100. Salman, seen for the first time today, falls just short. Well, we think Takaule's job was just to ensure Parag gets the lion's share, but both have been going along at just a runner ball so far. And of course, it's a little needless to try and play in the air at this stage, maybe after 15 overs. But Parag particularly has such a wide repertoire of shots. I'm sure he can power it on without playing up in the air.
Yo, beautiful bowling.
And of course, an off spinner for the right-hander should not be too difficult to negotiate. Well, we have a very special guest again in the commentary box. So Ganesh Iyer is here with us. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Charo. Pleasure to be back again here.
Well, I think the biggest feature of this evening is not what's going on inside the field, but outside, because the crowd that's coming here to support T20 Mumbai leaves you with a very satisfying feeling. As a part of the MCA, you must be delighted.
Yeah, absolutely. If you see, the crowds have been going right through, and over the last year, compared to the initial stages, I think we had a crowd on the first day of 7,000, second day of 6,500, on the third day around 7,000. Yesterday was around 8,000, and the estimates that I got now is around 10,000 plus.
I think that's fantastic. Congratulations. So Salman to the right-hander, and you must take the single at least. Can't let the off-spinner get on top of you. But Subramaniam Doraswamy, the keeper, has been magnificent today. Two terrific stumping.
Subramaniam Doraswamy has been a good keeper. He's been a very active person. He runs an academy for children, so he keeps himself fit by running behind the children.
That's a lot of running, by the way. Will they take the two? There was a slip, but eventually well done. Slow going, which is a little surprising because Parag, with such a big knock behind him, could be a little more adventurous. Not playing in the air, that is, but maybe use his feet a little more. Here he is.
Yeah, I think the strategy looks like from here to hold on till the 14th, 15th over before they go big. Push for singles. Yogesh Takawle, very senior pro.
All right, I'm interrupting you just to show you, Mr. Iyer, the fantastic effort that the MCA has put in to try and inspire the youngsters.
I've heard stories of legends. Legends who changed the game forever. Of gods who rained down storms from their bats. Stories etched in gold, made from sweat, blood, and tears. Today, I stand where they once stood. There are many more stories left to be told here at the MCA. I hope you're listening.
Okay, Mumbai Cricket Association reminding us about their efforts to ensure that the youngsters remain inspired. Here at the Wankhede Stadium, we got 68 for 3. The team that has won 2 out of 2 so far, but I dare suggest they are in a little bit of trouble at this point of time. Just going to go back to you, Mr. Iyer, about the whole junior development program. Not that, and there's some suggestion about Mumbai cricket being in a little bit of trouble because not winning as regularly, but you do have many tournaments from the very young onwards. But still, for the MCA, is there a special place in your heart for T20 Mumbai, though it's only in its second season?
Yeah, obviously, having worked on it for over 4 years to make it a reality, and then seeing the successes that has come about with it. This is probably the only commercial venture of the Mumbai Cricket Association where revenues come in. It's all otherwise expended towards domestic cricket or local cricket, as you call it. This is one of those, the only probable thing where we make a revenue out of it.
Well, I can understand that there are times when people don't think along the same lines or are not on the same page, but I do truly believe in these days and times, a little bit of commercial activity on the game is definitely called for. Big sweep and a miss. The keeper certainly very interested, but the bowler realizes probably that it landed outside leg. We'll probably check soon, but Parag better watch it. The sweep's always a dangerous shot.
2 senior pros at the crease. Parag, who's been on the local circuit for over 10 years, played Mumbai. Yogesh Takawle, wicketkeeper batsman, played Maharashtra and now settled in Mumbai.
Well, let me clarify. Outside off, not outside leg. But yeah, that might not have gone to hit the stumps. So, good decision by the umpiring. And, you know, that's the other thing. You being an umpire, you will know, and I must say this again. You pay me whatever you want to pay me. You were talking about commercials earlier. Pay me whatever you want to pay me. I don't want to umpire because it's a really difficult and sometimes thankless job.
But you look at it, you're the best seat in the game. 22 yards to see everything.
That's if you don't have to take a decision.
No, that's
that could go to hand. I think it's going to fall just short. Yeah, that was a little loose by Parag.
Knowing Charu that a lot of people felt difficult to take decisions, ICC decided to bring in technology to help them.
Well, let's get your thoughts. I mean, we as consumers of the game, as those who love the game, think that technology goes a very long way. Yet, players very often, and some of the top players, seem to have had their share of problems with technology and are not prepared to accept technology which is 99% out of 99 times correct. They're saying, well, it's only 99. Come on, 99 is fabulous.
Let me tell you, it's a great aid and tool to have technology to help an umpire on a decision making. ICC accepts 96% as a good enough mark for an umpire to be on a panel. And today, if it's 99, it's 3% higher. So that's a real gain, if you ask me.
Well, even the 96% for umpires you mentioned is fantastic. And somebody gives me 96%. I'll take it every day. Oh, what's that appeal for now? Did it go off the bat? We'll see. However, they get a run. It's a leg by and he gets away with it. 12 overs gone. It's 73-3. Nehal's done very well, 2 for 12 from his 3. And D'Souza, new man, 1 for 14 from his 2. Bowled that first over really well. And there's a bit of strangling going on right here, right now, with both Takaule and Parag striking it under 100, which they have to do something about, because it's theoretically okay to accelerate after the 15th. But sometimes acceleration can lead to loose shots, and all of a sudden, you've eaten up too many deliveries. There's too much pressure. Not only on the players who then get out, but the players coming in.
Yeah, but you look at it, as I said, they're both senior pros. They have a task cut out with them. They have about 8 overs to go. They know a wicket now will spoil the chances. And they both can play big shots if they stick around till the 15th, 16th over. Huge players.
Yeah, well, there is also an opposition. They're also trying to get them out. So if the batsman could always remain not out, this wouldn't be a game at all. It's just that when you start taking risks, there's always the chance that after you've eaten so many deliveries up and then you don't or cannot at times accelerate, the team is left in a real hole.
That's the beauty of the game, isn't it? You have 4 balls 30 sometimes, 5 balls 30, and you have 15 balls 12.
Well, that's what we love, the uncertainty. Couldn't quite get underneath that, and he might be grateful. There's kept all along the ground too long on. In fact, earlier today, I think it was Aakash Parker who was going along pretty slowly, and we were saying, yeah, he's a little sluggish, not really moving it on. Then I think he had a sequence of 6, 6, 4, 6, 6, whatever, and suddenly got to 34 from 20.
Aakash is one of those senior pros also now from the Mumbai team. Aakash actually was running through a rough patch in the first 2 games. Decided to bide his time, and then he knew that he could play his big shots, and he did that today.
And we were very happy to have him awarded the man of the match of the opening match today. Wonder who's going to take that trophy and everything that comes with it. 50,000 rupees. Very generous of you, Mr. Iyer.
Yeah. Aakash is a real pro and one of those retained players from the previous edition in the team.
Yeah, didn't quite get hold of that. Oh, that was almost tragic there at the boundary line. First the spin did him in, and then the other one, the backup fielder, I think just about got to it. We'll probably check that, but it's 13 gone now. It shows 78 for 3.
शाबाश शाबाश निहाल चल निहाल
Well, I'm still a little worried. You don't seem to be worried because you know that their capability, but I still think both of them striking at about 85 is going to make the Supersonics dugout a little nervous.
No doubt, but I'm sure they have a plan, and the number of guys now rushing in with a water bottle or a glove.
Just last ball, last over. Here's the first fielder being done in by the spin, but the second was aware and pulled it back just in time. So good teamwork, although the man would be a little disappointed at having done in by the spin.
That was Shams Mulani, the find of the season for Mumbai this year.
Got him! Such a big one. Takaule jumping forward, then thinking twice, was too late on it. But Nehal has another 3 for 13. He has been terrific today. And Takaule's support role comes to an end after that dance down the track, and then too late to come down with the bat. Change of thought for sure, but the bowler loves it. Takaule gone for 14 from 17, and Sobo Supersonics now 4 down for 79.
bowling left arm round to you Arjun
Parag Khanapurkar might well believe it's a batsman's game, generally speaking, with that big 96 of his. But is it a bowler's game too? Nehal, 3 for 13 and in his final over. So it's been a fabulous performance by Nehal today.
No doubt about it. This is where the local cricket of Mumbai really grows. He's not a big name, Nehal, and he's produced a performance today.
Well, we dare suggest maybe a match-winning performance. Adib Usmani, strike rate of just about 106, and the team could use a strike rate of 180. Well, that's exactly what I meant, Sayed, saying that if you're digging yourself into a hole and not really moving on, and then you get out, as he just did, Takaule, then suddenly there's too much pressure. A big hole has to be filled by the rest of the batsmen, and very often it's not easy because the bowling side is right on top.
He had, I think, a change of mind as he was jumping down the wicket. Neither played it forward or backward. I mean, the bat was far away from the body to play that shot.
Still hope, of course, through Parag.
There is Rohan Raje to come, I think. And Raje is a big hitter of the ball.
Well, true. I wondered if he should come in now, because time will very quickly run out. And Rohan Raje, I remember in one of the earlier matches, got a quick 40 or something with a few big hits. 4, I think, sixes in that innings.
Rohan, a senior pro, he's taken part in the first and second IPL, if you remember, as a youngster. Rohan Raje. So he's yet to come in. There's some fire left.
I wonder why Usmani has been sent in, because he hasn't really done very much with the bat so far. Maybe the Sobo Supersonics know something we don't. Or maybe, once again, it's a question of let's not lose another wicket. Please give Parag Khanapurkar a stand. But Khanapurkar is striking at 86.4. So he better move it along now.
Yeah. Knowing Parag for over now 10 seasons, 10 to 12 seasons, he has that late charge in him. And he plays big knocks.
So, last ball of Nehal's spell. Fabulous so far. And he will give only a single. So this is brilliant. 3 for 17 for young Nehal. As after 14, the Supersonics labor on to 83 for 4.
Well, the cricket lovers, the biggest stakeholder in sport, more so in cricket, now in T20 cricket. The best crowd we've seen so far this season. A clear indication that this league, only in its second year, is a resounding success. And one of the men behind making it successful, we've borrowed him from the ad hoc committee. Mr. Ganesh Iyer, all smiles, looking nice and relaxed. He's done the spade work for over 4 years, and it's time to enjoy the fruits of it.
Yeah, and it looks great when it starts flowering so early. We thought that the seed would take more time to flower, but I think season 1 itself was a great one. This edition 2 is doing too good. And some big spell of bowling, and there comes Usmani. Ouch. Ouch at the boundary line. Catch after a long time.
It was this battle of Salman versus Usmani. It's Abid Usmani who went for that big slog and unable to generate enough power in it. The fielder right there, so close to that boundary line, catches it safely. Unlike what happened yesterday, he's pumped up his Salman Khan. Half the side for the Supersonics, back in the hut.
Yeah, but you must know that he picked out the best fielder in the side. He's picked out Aakash Gomel, who I think has taken 4 catches till now and is one of the finest fielders on the outfield.
Right. Usmani gone for 2, 84 for 5, the Supersonics.
अच्छा फिनिश करना, यहाँ पे अच्छा फिनिश करना।
Salman picked up the wicket of Abid Usmani, kept it simple. The onus of going for the big one was on Abid Usmani and failed in the process. Shehzad Dafedar, the new player in, all-rounder, leg spinner, plays for the Victory Club. Oh, that spun back in sharply. Just a hint of bat as well before it crashed into the pads.
Shehzad Dafedar, one of those youngsters who's been highly ranked and highly tipped to play for Mumbai. Made his place in the age groups, trying to get into the senior team, but a huge talent. And I think he should make good his talent in this tournament now.
So one thing I've noticed in your 2 commentary stints is that you're not all about just organizing and getting things in place, but you know these players personally, you know their skills. And let's take a look at that wicket first. Way outside the off stump, try to drag it. Not quite there to the pitch of the ball, not enough power either. And an easy catch for Aakash Gomel. So only a true cricket fan can organize a successful cricket tournament. And
I also donned another hat. For the last 4 years, I've been manager of the Mumbai Ranji team. So I keep a tab of those players who are playing there somehow. And we watch them grow.
Yes, you've got to be a cricket lover first to be a successful administrator. 15 gone, 84 for 5. Right, so
Live scores, news,
Team preview,
match predictions.
fan code.
Fan code. Fan code.
No ads, pure sports.
The wicket keeper, Dora Swami Subramaniam. What can Parag Khanapurkar do? He's feeling a bit lonely here. A slowish innings, a strike rate of about 88 for him, 22 of 25 for him. Oh, there it is, the beautiful car. And I know that a lot of people have come to you, Mr. Iyer, hoping for a discount on this car, but you want to own this car because 6-year warranty, 4-year service.
Why not?
Insurance, sorry, not service.
Why not? Who wouldn't? And for the first time, Skoda sponsors and umpires in the tournament.
6-year warranty, 4-year insurance.
Yourself, well bowled, yaar.
So much peace of mind.
Shabash, shabash, shabash.
And I'm sure the Aakash Tigers captain, Dhawal Kulkarni, is feeling that peace of mind at this stage. Much like the owners of the beautiful Skoda that you just saw a while ago. Swept away. Will that go? No, there's a fielder.
Yeah, and the umpires are carrying the tagline, simply clever, which is Skoda's timeline anyway.
He knows the players, he knows the venue, he knows the brands that are part of it, he knows their taglines as well.
They're part of the job, right?
Right, when is Parag Khanapurkar going to take off? Now is the moment. Has he found that gap? Looks like he has. Yes, he does. A boundary after a long time. The first for Parag Khanapurkar is this man that can be the difference between 120 and 150.
And he's taking on the best spinner, limited over bowler from Mumbai this season.
Dragged it from outside the off stump, picked his spot, good execution as well. A grimace on Doraiswamy's face. 6 of the over so far. What's Parag got now? Oh, that spun back in sharply inside edge. Happy to steal a single. Right, quick prediction, Mr. Iyer. 4 overs to go after this. Say 140, no?
Yeah, it looks 140, 135, 140. Because Dhawal would have 2 overs to go. And he's a miserly bowler.
He's taken Arjun Tendulkar off. Bowled this that 1 over. Proved to be expensive. Did he give him a go or no, play safe?
No, he's got Shams to go and he's got himself to go. So that's the 4 overs that he's got. And I think both of them are seasoned campaigners, Shams Mulani and Dhawal. And I think they would do the job for their side.
16 gone, 92 for 5.
Shabash, shabash, chalo, chal, chalo.
Welcome back to the Wankhede Stadium. 4 more overs to go. And he's gone with Salman Khan, not Shams Mulani. Clearly the fear of the big-hitting Parag Khanapurkar playing on Dhawal Kulkarni's mind. He doesn't want Khanapurkar to go with the spin to the onside. Tactically 2 steps ahead of the game, Dhawal Kulkarni, I suppose.
Yeah, Shams bowled the last over, so he couldn't bowl this over also. And Salman has been bowling really well today. And I thought for a moment the wicket is gripping. It's not coming at the pace that the batsman wants it to be there. And that's what probably prompted Dhawal to have Salman pull his final over.
It'll be interesting to see if he uses Shams Mulani's 3rd over next, or does he go in himself? Such a good crowd, and so much like an IPL game, isn't it? The atmosphere, it's loud, it's noisy. It's the party atmosphere at the Wankhede Stadium.
It's a great atmosphere, and the sound resounds around the stadium. And that's something which the stadium is unique for all about.
Big shot, goes all the way. Hizar Dafedar has packed a punch this time, taking on Salman Khan. Clean execution as well. 6th number 87 for the T20 Mumbai. We are now getting to see some fireworks from the boys from South Mumbai, the Supersonics.
What a shot by Dafedar. Picked it up, picked up the line, knew who the fielder was, put it over him. And he knows he has to go for it because he's got Rohan Raja yet to come in. So now with 4 overs, 3 left in totality, they have to go for it.
Now around the wicket, the result could be the same. Yes, it is. Well and truly inside that lower deck. The lower deck of the MCA Pavilion. Finally, the Supersonics fans are happy to and able to wave those 6 signages. Big hit by Hizar Dafedar, the tall man. That's what you want to see in a T20 game.
And I think he's trying to prove that he's going to do well this season.
Well, if anyone had a doubt about why he was sent in ahead of Rohan Raje, you have your answer now.
Yeah. Enormous talent. Not making it good so far, but I think what he's showing now is, let me showcase my wares.
Now then, Mr. Ayer, after these 2 sixes, next over Mulani or Dhawal Kulkarni?
For me, it will be Dhawal, Mulani, Dhawal. 18, 19, 20.
14 so far of this over. 2 big sixes for Hizar the Fedar. 1 over mid-wicket, 1 over long on. He's now come back over the wicket. In his range, he's gone for it. Big one, it's gone high up. There's a fielder lining up. He will see it sail through. Third 6 of this over. The Fedars making this into a far more palatable score. 6 number 18-9 for the T20 Mumbai.
Yeah. And he's pulled the crowd on their feet. 3 sixes in an over. The Fedar showing what a talent he is.
Right, the Shkota maximum 6s. The Shkota maximum 6s. Surya Kumar Yadav, 7 sixes to his name so far. Sujit Naik has been terrific as well. Joint number 1, very, very impressive for the Namo Bandra Blasters. Perhaps falling short of partners often. And then there's Akhil Hirvarkar, the dashing left-hander for the Yaksandiri. But these 3 sixes, the highlight of the innings so far. And let's try and take a look at them. Back to back, 1, 2, 3. Here goes the first one. This was over mid-wicket, playing that nice and clean. And the second one much straighter. The third one was even straighter. The full range, Mr. Ayer.
Yeah. And it showed us how good the floodlight systems are.
That tall skyscraper for the Supersonics. The one that you see in the power play was what an Arjun Tendulkar over.
Yeah.
Scored 16, and then the biggest, which was the last one.
18 plus, I think 19. And as expected, Dhawal Kulkarni to bowl the 18th and probably the 20th after that. And Shams Mulani, the experienced bowler, to come in for the 19th, is my prediction.
Salman Khan finishing his 4 overs for 30. That last over completely ruining his economy again. Straight away. Pulls things back, always in control.
Super bowler. Knows what he wants. Plans his bowling. Been one of the Bombay's war horses this year too. He led the side in absence of the regular skipper and did a great job.
Terrific servant of the game, and well, different people playing different roles, some on the field, some off the field as well. One of those that makes things happen behind the scenes, sitting alongside Mr. Ganesh Iyer, a member of the ad hoc committee. And as you can see, well, you're on camera, you can afford a smile.
Yeah.
One of the reasons he's nice and relaxed is because he's seeing this little baby T20 Mumbai on its feet and running nicely.
Yeah, not stumbling at all.
And made go from strength to strength.
Yeah, made go from strength to strength and made the flowers bloom. Big, large and big wood.
Opportunity not just for players, officials, but for us commentators as well. So on behalf of, well, us commentators, another chance for us to thank you, thank the MCA, Probability Sports, and all the fans who've turned up today for turning this into a huge success.
Thank you, but I think the greatest thing is to the players who made each game probably the best games of their life they've been playing on, and they made such a close game at every game. Shows that the talent is evenly spread out over all the 8 teams.
Right. Pitched up, oh, in the slot, couldn't quite connect it. He was lining himself up for that big one over long on. Khizar Dafedar has taken them up to 140. Now we're slightly guilty. Last over we were saying maybe 140, now 150 possible.
No, I don't think so, because it's double bowling, and unless he has a very bad over, which is very, very rare, he's already had that once in this tournament. I don't think he will repeat it again. You saw 3 balls, he's given away 2 runs.
Unless of course, Parag Khanapurkar decides to go after Shams Mulani, who could possibly bowl the next over. We'll see if that happens. Third man inside the circle. This time tries to cut it away. He's played it in front of square. 2 runs for sure. Oh, there's a misfield. Uh-oh. The pressure of the end overs starting to get to the Aakash Tigers. A boundary for Parag Khanapurkar.
Nihal missed the ball. Give it to Sir Dhaval. He's been cutting the pace of the ball. He's been running in at the same pace, but he's delivering at much lower pace than what he normally delivers, and making push on the batsman. Oh, what a slip. What a slip at a crucial time. 2 extra runs.
Overran that, I thought. Dhaval Kulkarni will not be pleased with that. He's given away 15 in his 2.4 overs so far. Economy under 6 is terrific in this format. 118 for 5. How many more can the Supersonics get? This time that fuller length Yorker outside the off stump. Almost unplayable in this format.
Yeah, and give it to the umpire, MS Pathak, senior pro, umpiring for about 35 years, and on the BCCI panel since 1991, and just retired from BCCI panel at the end of this season.
You should give this commentary career a serious thought. You don't even need a stats man.
These are people with whom I worked right through, so it helps me.
Well, that one looks like it's running away. Looks like he's pulled it back in. Mahazi will take a look at it. Chance of a run out now. They still have 2. We will take a look at that. 37 runs of 22 deliveries for this partnership between Khizar Dafedar and Parag. We'll take a look at that. 2 fielders pulled it back nicely. Good relay work. Excellent teamwork. Every run crucial. Sylvester D'Souza retrieving the ball and sending it back to the keeper. 2 overs left. Who is he going to? Interesting decision. Crucial decision for Dhaval Kulkarni to make. Parag Khanapurkar came in to bat at number 4. Wickets kept falling at the other end. Yogesh Takaule, the experienced campaigner, out bowled to Nehal. Abid Usmani came in and played that slog caught by Akarshit Gomel off the bowling of Salman. Dafedar has come in and done his job.
Yeah, Dafedar is doing well. It's doing good.
Question is, who is going to be the Dream 11 game changer in the 2 remaining overs? Can Dafedar continue to come up with those days? Can Parag Khanapurkar prove to be the terminator in the last over? And for now it looks like no Shams Mulani. Playing safe.
Probably going with convention to get in a medium pacer. But I think giving them the extra pace, Sylvester D'Souza, if he gives that extra pace, Parag Khanapurkar will use his pace.
Also, third man, fine leg inside the circuit. So you err in line a little bit. Parag Khanapurkar has the ability to slash hard if it's way outside the off stump. I'm sure he's taken a look at the field. Here we go then. Over number 19. D'Souza to Khanapurkar. Pitched up, hit straight. Very straight long off fielder. So important to find the right angles as well, isn't it?
And I think again, very well bowled by Sylvester, this one. Right up near the block hole. He had to go for it, and all that he could do was Parag was to find the fielder at long off. A single to start the over, but again, it's going to be experience and the talent of both the bowler and the batsman as to who overcomes, whether it's going to be Sylvester or Khizar Dafedar.
Dafedar. Is he eyeing that area to the left of the mid-wicket fielder? To the right of that fielder it is. 2 bounces, 2 fielders in pursuit. It will be just a single. Khanapurkar was keen for that second run. He will keep that strike. Yes, this crowd has got some entertainment today.
I personally thought the running was not too good. This could have been converted into a 2. But they just took a single run of it.
Every run crucial. This partnership now 39 of 24. 8 boundaries so far, 3 sixes. This is what it, yeah, very, very slow was Dafedar in that first run.
I thought he was strolling for the first run. This is a game of quick running.
Wide, will that be called a wide? No, no call.
Good call by the umpire, Vaibhav Dokre, among the recent recruits into the BCCI panel. Doing a good job.
Well, the bowler would have felt slightly hard done, but one of those 50-50 calls, isn't it, that went the bowler's way.
No, I think quite clear that the ball passed at the stance. The ball was inside the tram lines. And the crowd, look at the crowd, look at the generation that are there.
This format appeals to cricket fans of all ages. That one's hit really straight. Now they've run 2. We saw a 1-year-old toddler. And we saw
probably 85-year-old man.
a couple
Yeah.
on a cricket date.
Yay. Making their grandchildren feel happy.
Who says it's a young man's format?
Entertainment never is for a single generation.
Also, they love the sport. Mumbai has cricket in its DNA. This time improvising. Kanapurkar, he's found that gap, will get 4. Very, very intelligent shot. The idea was right, the execution even better. The partnership now 45, 9th boundary for the Supersonics. They are aiming for 140 at least. And it's this man, Parag Kanapurkar, who can take them there.
Parag working hard to put his team into a good position. Great improvisation. That's the senior pro. Used the pace well. Placed it beautifully. And I think the result was there to see. Sylvester looking sad at being hit, but that's part of the game, young man. In the 19th over, don't expect that nobody's going to hit you.
Right. Parag Kanapurkar had 5 sixes in that innings of 96 against the Sandheri. We haven't seen a 6 yet. Will it be now? Goes for it. Takes one hand off. He hasn't hit that well. Will not be caught. Lucky to survive.
Oh. Parag growing his gloves, growing his bat, mopping himself.
Right, 19 gone, 130 for 5, and it's time for us to thank Mr. Ganesh here for joining us in the com box. We hope to have you here again.
Thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure being here.
Time for the last over. We've seen the Supersonics score 47 of the last 30 deliveries. 130 at this stage. What's going to be a respectable score? Milind Rege in the commentary box now. Naval Kulkarni to bowl the last over.
But look where Parag was. On the back foot outside the off stump. Maybe wanting to hit it to square leg. Kulkarni is far too clever for that. He's a cool customer, isn't he, Naval? It's a good comeback by the Supersonics. Another 15 runs and they'll be in the game again.
Would they have taken 145 at the start? They won the toss and chose to bat, the Supersonics.
I think they would have expected more, really, isn't it? But there was a batting failure in between.
Wide, slashed hard. There's a fielder. Quite fine, Arjun Tendulkar. Nice catch and shoot from Arjun from that third man boundary. Tactically, Dhawal Kulkarni's plan A would have been to bowl Tendulkar's full quota, but very quick to change after Tendulkar went for that first over for 16. But he'll be happy that D'Souza's bowled well, Bolani's bowled really well, and he's had a good day as well.
I must admit that Parag Khanapurkar has had a great tournament so far. He's taken so much responsibility and he's been consistent. That's important.
Third man, fine leg inside the circle. Get one, whirring in line. A rare miss by Doraiswamy, who's had a terrific game. 2 stumpings for him. Every run will count. Wide and a bye. Up to 133 now. And that bye takes Parag Khanapurkar to strike. Right, what area is he aiming at?
I think Parag Khanapurkar has showed that there are so many cricketers in Mumbai's club cricket that needed to be looked at. There he goes again. Will he be caught? Is the point. Oh yes, young Arjun Tendulkar picked that up easily. Great catch, Arjun Tendulkar. Difficult when it goes so high, but the shrewd and wily Dhawal Kulkarni has managed to bowl a slower delivery.
Well, the annals of Mumbai cricket, the scorecards, how many times would those scorecards read? Caught Tendulkar, bowled Kulkarni. This is a slightly different combination. Caught Arjun Tendulkar, bowled Dhawal Kulkarni. The 6th wicket down, 133 for 6, the Sobo Supersonics.
He's had a very good innings, this man, on your screen. He's batted well, he came in crisis, saved the innings, and helped his team put out a few runs on the board. It's not too bad. Another 10 runs now would be very useful. Well played, Parag.
He'll be disappointed that he couldn't finish the innings with a flourish. And in comes Rohan Raje. He would have expected to bat a lot higher, but well, Dafedar got the opportunity and he's delivered. Raje. Dafedar on strike at the moment because they crossed while the ball was in the air. In his range, clobbered that. Is that going for 4? No, it will be cut off. He will run 2 very easily. Dafedar still on strike.
It's so ideal that the best bowler and the most experienced bowler is bowling the last over. Let's have a look at that big hoik. Slower delivery, an off cutter. Missed it completely. These are not very easy catches when they go up in the air. They swirl. The bowler fielder has enough time to decide. Once again, what a bouncer. Absolutely brilliant.
One of the over.
1 for the over. On a good time to bowl that one. Good way to bowl a dot ball, as long as you can control it.
You know, Manish, I've always wondered why the umpire needs to say 1 bouncer. Because then the surprise element for a batsman is gone. You allow him to decide, yes, it's a bouncer. Let him come and bowl the next ball. If it's not allowed, then you call a no ball. Why do you need to tell the batsman that, okay, 1 is over, now you're not going to get any more?
This time slightly slower. And that's gone to the boundary. Right, Dafedar continues in pursuit of ending the innings with a flourish. The Supersonics fans believe that these end-over fireworks will help them go up to a respectable score.
Just got it in a slot in his zone. Surprising, Kulkarni bowled a slow one, but he saw it coming. He's a big boy, Dafedar. Yeah, wiping the sweat off his brow, Dhawal. Last ball coming, is it a 6?
Got 1 4 and 3 sixes. Those 3 sixes off Salman Khan. Back-to-back sixes. Can he end with one now? Dafedar. Yorker scooped it away. Will end with a boundary. Good shot. Perhaps was waiting for that Yorker wide outside the off stump. Khizar Dafedar has taken the Supersonics to 143. Well, they were tottering at one stage in the middle overs. They were 3 for 46 and 4 for 79. But towards the end, Khizar Dafedar, who's playing his first T20 Mumbai game this season, has ended this innings with this very, very intelligently played shot. It's not always about brawn, it's often about brain as well, and Dafedar showing a good example of that.
Yeah, that's not a bad score, really. Well played, Dafedar. 33 of 18, 183 is his strike rate.
Batting card then, Parag Khanapurkar. Toiled hard, had to work much harder because there wasn't much support around him after the top three got out. Vaibhav Mali, the experiment didn't quite work. Subramaniam, the star behind the stumps, got Bista out of that lightning quick stumping. Takaule failed as well. Dafedar's 33, taking the Supersonics up to 143 for 6. 3 partnerships, and the most impressive one, of course, being between the star Parag Khanapurkar and Dafedar, Khizar Dafedar, who scored 33 of 18 with 2 boundaries and 3 sixes. You look at the bowling card for the Aakash Tigers. Who was most impressive? Molani bowled really, really tight lines, gave away just 18, but 3 wickets for Nehal, economical, as well as the ability to strike thrice, gave away just 17 runs. Arjun Tendulkar having an off-day bowl, just the 1 over, with the new ball going for 16. And then there was D'Souza, who bowled a fairly tight line, giving away 23 of his 3 overs. So this crowd can well, get a drink or two, maybe buy a snack from the stands, and get set for the chase from the Aakash Tigers. 144 to get in those 20 overs. A good crowd in. This party atmosphere shall continue at the Wankhede Stadium. The Aakash Tigers, of course, beat the Triumph Knights in their opening game by 5 wickets, and then a loss to... Well, we've got Karishma Kotak standing by with a player.
Parag, happy with the score that you got for your team?
Yeah, we were thinking like around 140 to 150 because the wicket was very on the slower side and they bowled really well. And I was just thinking to try and play there till the 20th over. A few 10 more runs would have been okay, but we had done a fantastic job.
Let's talk about Dafedar's cameo.
He batted very well. I think we needed someone to do that because, as I said, it was not easy on the wicket to score runs, but he did an excellent job.
And how do you intend to defend this score?
As I said, we got 4-5 spinners as well. And I think the way the wicket is going on, I think we should be able to get it.
Thank you. I'll let you get back. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The ball's not quite coming on, reckons Parag Khanapurkar, but the target for the Aakash Tigers is 144 to get. Is it gettable? We'll find out. Time for a break. Interesting T20 chase coming up on this Saturday night. This clash between the boys from South Mumbai, the Supersonics, taking on the newbies, Aakash Tigers, who have bowled well enough to restrict the Supersonics to 143. Parag Khanapurkar, the top scorer, with 45 or 40 after the top order failed. The Vaibhav Mali experiment didn't quite work either. Dafedar played a delicious looking knock of 33 of 18, and if you look at the partnerships, yes, that one towards the end between Dafedar and Parag made the key difference in helping the Supersonics reach the 143 run mark. If you look at the bowling card, a couple of changes. D'Souza came in and he bowled pretty well to give away just 23 of his 3 overs. Nehal, most impressive, 3 wickets for him. A wicket each for Dhawal Kulkarni, who again bowled a really tight line. And if you look at the highlights, it all started with the promise of Jai Bista taking on Dhawal Kulkarni and the other bowlers. They went after Arjun Tendulkar in this over, gave away 16 runs, erring in line slightly. Jai Bista very quick to punish anything wide outside the off stump, over pitching it as well at times. Arjun Tendulkar, but this was the moment that led to the downfall of the captain Jai Bista, stunned by Doraiswamy. Very, very quick reflexes behind the stumps. And then we saw the experiment of sending in Vaibhav Mali up the order, but D'Souza getting a wicket of his first delivery. One more stumping for the 4th wicket that saw the dismissal of Vaibhav. It was here. Yogesh Takavle came in, didn't last long. The spinners put a stranglehold on the batsman. Abid Usmani scored just the 2. That wild hoik leading to his downfall. They were 84 for 5 at that stage. And then the Khanapurkar Dafedar show began. These are the Dafedar sixes. 1, 2, 3 back-to-back sixes of this 1 over of the bowling of the off-spinner. And this is where things change. The off-spinner Salman Khan getting a taste of Dafedar's daredevilry. A partnership of 49 of 30 for this duo. Parag Khanapurkar, the top scorer for the side. Well, a couple of gifts as well. Tried improvise towards the end. And then in the end, in a bid to up the scoring rate, gave away his wicket. Well caught by Arjun Tendulkar. And then well, Rohan Raje came in, didn't get the strike, but this is how Dafedar ended the innings with that 4 in the 3rd man region, taking the score up to 143 for 6. The target 144. They'll have to score at 7.20. The Aakash Tigers have 1 loss and 1 win so far. To win their 2nd one, this is what they have to achieve. Time for a break. Back in just a bit with the Aakash Tigers chase.
Live scores, news,
Team preview,
match predictions.
fan code.
Fan code. Fan code.
No ads, pure sports.
Live at the Wankhede Stadiums, it's time for Aakash Tigers to make 144 for a win. They've done very well with the ball, restricting the mighty Sobo Supersonics to just 143. And now the task of getting those runs. Just the way the pitch has been behaving didn't seem like it was not good enough to bat, but let's see whether these two can put up a good start here for Aakash Tigers. Cost to Pawar, strike rate of 112, playing only his third match, so not too much T20 Mumbai experience. Of course, he has been sent at the top to accompany this man. You might recognize the name. Also his third match in the tournament. 46 runs so far, 2 decent starts, but couldn't quite move them forward. A best of just 23 so far. He has been sent up the order to open now. And I wonder if there's a clear mandate saying, Arjun, you like hitting the ball, go right at the top and see if you can take advantage of the power play overs. Just 2 men outside the ring. We got a wonderful crowd in just a short while back. They were all waving their mobile phone torches all around the ground. It's been fabulous to see a big crowd in. We had Mr. Ganesh Iyer here from the MC a little earlier. He was talking about well in excess of 10,000 people who are still coming in. And I'm sure all of this is wonderful for Milind Rege to see right here at the Wankhede.
Good evening, Charu. Yeah, it's a great sight, really. Like you said earlier, crowds make the matches. Interesting to see Arjun Tendulkar promoted. And like you said, they must have given him a mandate. Go and hit. Go and strike the ball, because the lad is capable of hitting some big sixers. And no pressures when you open the innings.
Except maybe personal pressure, because not just for his surname, just for himself. He'd want a good score under his belt rather than a thrash 10 in 2 and then out. And of course there's some very good bowling. Badri Alam is teaming in from the pavilion of the south end of Wankhede. Not going to be easy. Up in the air, that's a big 6. It was in the slot. Arjun Tendulkar shifted his weight, went through with it with a great sense of timing. Isn't that a brilliant start for the youngster and his team?
It's amazing. Look at his eyes. You know, he's absolutely focused. Waits for it and just gives it that whack. He saw it early. Hit it in the area. My God, that's a huge one.
Yeah, well into the stands. I don't think he caught the best part of the bat, but still went a long way. The tall young boy, unlike his father. And he's got long levers. Just terrific, that start. Okay, next what? What does Badri Alam do? Is the reply full and outside off? Yes, brilliant comeback.
He has to watch that swing, because Badri Alam is capable of bowling the ball that goes away from Arjun. He's already hit a 6. All he has to do is now knock the ball at the other end and go for that single and get your non-striker to face. There's no hurry, Arjun, at all. There's no pressure at all, because your required run rate is just a little above 7.
I can sense the anxiety of Milind here, saying, well, we're just willing Arjun to hang around there and be there longer to showcase his ability. Another swing of the bat, didn't quite catch that, no timing. But you have a point, Milind. You know, you hit a big 6, you got a loose ball, you maximized the reward on that ball, and then just calm down, bat it down somewhere in the infield, take the single. Of course, Kostub also hasn't played too much, but let him also see what's what and watch it from the other end.
I wonder whether his great father is watching this match.
You can say hello to him.
Sachin, I hope you're watching this match. I wonder what you're going to tell him. Do you tell him anything? Oh, another one.
That's also going to go all the way. Badri Alam should have bowled anywhere but there. And they love it. Why not? A Tendulkar strikes 2 6s in 1 over. Both bat balls short down leg.
Tremendous. He's just waiting for it. I think he has got a great attitude. Look at that shot. Took it outside the off stump on his left shoulder and just gave it a swing. Wow, wow.
He liked that. Nice swagger down the wicket saying, take that. And that, of course, means Badri Alam has, after being chastised with those 2 6s, changed his line now, wants to come over. Wants to come round, beg your pardon. There is still a slip. Straight behind the bowler. Tendulkar wants a run. He's a little late. And that direct throw by Jay Bista might have made a difference. We'll never know. 13 off the first over. Arjun Tendulkar, and of course Aakash Tiger spent a bundle on him, has threatened or promised, should we use a more generous word, to deliver. Promil Matkar comes in very clever. All these lefty orthodoxes are so clever. Quietly played, no, yes and no, oh no! The throw wasn't good enough. The keeper couldn't collect it. They need to have a chat right here, right now. Arjun and Kaustubh meet in the middle and decide what is yes and what is no.
Arjun is in a terrible hurry really to get runs of every ball. For me, he's watching over 35 years of Tendulkar. I saw his father when he was 12. I'm seeing this young man.
Oh, unbelievable! Untaken finally! How about that? Arjun Tendulkar goes, he had to check that shot, didn't quite get to the pitch of it. And that was wizardry in terms of juggling. He finally catches, he can't believe it himself. Neither can his teammates.
Rohan Raja tossed up, went for that drive officially. And let's have a look at this. Oh, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's going to his left hand. That is amazing. That's worth a see again and again.
I think that's a world record in terms of juggling before you catch, and that was truly a miracle that he somehow spotted the ball and eventually got rid of Arjun Tendulkar. 13 for 1. Well, Kaustubh is still there at the end of all that. Hasn't faced a delivery yet, but he will now because I think they crossed. And he will now be joined by a very talented cricketer, Aakash Gomal, beg your pardon, who bowls well, fields very well, bats well, but now it's going to be Kaustubh. Yeah, that's perhaps what Arjun should have done. Just pushed it for a single.
A half-hearted drive, neither this way nor that. But the catch, look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. My God, what a juggle that is. Disappointed Tendulkar.
Well, we all are. Those 2 sixes were very promising. And that juggle was fabulous. It wasn't just a typical juggle in front of you. Sometimes while standing, you know, it goes behind you, bounces. But he was on the ground on his back. Remarkable finish to that catch. Cut away hard. That's what you need. Along the ground, safe ball.
Short, right foot moving across and hit it in the middle of the blade. Just whacked it. Once again. Oh. 4 for the asking.
Well, just take a look at the hop here. It's a double-footed hop, and he gets into a wonderful position.
Not too many runs, just 143 to get. They will have to bat very sensibly, because in this format of the game, if you lose a wicket or two, you're in trouble.
Cannot pierce the field this time. And it's a successful over for Dhrumal, getting the wicket of Arjun Tendulkar. We said he was a clever bowler. He got his reward, 18 for 1. Well, I'm willing to reiterate, Milind, that having a low total to chase, a low score to chase, maybe sending Arjun Tendulkar up was just to utilize his naturally aggressive instinct, saying if you can get us a quick 15, 20, 25 here, our task will become a lot easier for the rest. And he only partially achieved that, but I can see why they may have sent him. But the last thing we want is a run out here, because even with Tendulkar and Kostab, and now with Kostab and Gomal, just be a little careful. I mean, there's no, for heaven's sake, there's no panic. You don't have to chase 290. You have to chase only 144 for a win.
And the wicket is playing very well. The dew has set in. There is a very slow turn, if at all.
Okay, let's take a look at that catch real time. Rohan Raje at mid-off. Should have been easy. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back 5. How did he keep his eye on the ball, and what must have been going through his mind, saying, oh my gosh, what have I done? How brilliant is that? Bester. We should stand up and applaud. Brilliant in the field, as always. Missed out with the bat, but he is just magnetic in the field.
He's live wire, isn't it? There's so much to give to him. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. He was 2 feet above the ground, almost to Janti Rhodes.
I was about to say, Janti Bester. J is just short for Janti. We'll have to rename him now, Janti Bester.
Ball, Mali.
They will run across for the single. When you're that committed, he was halfway down anyway, giving Vaibhav the charge. But this has been another wonderful over. These lefty orthodox spinners are strangling the whole T20 league starring role. 1 in 5 deliveries in this opening over of Vaibhav. For 1 after 3. So Dhrumal, second over, success in his first, once again showcasing the ability of left-arm spinners to field off their own bowling, diving to their left. Classic area to showcase their athleticism and, of course, their desperation to not give runs off their own bowling. Up and into the side screen. Just a little shimmy. Wonderful footwork. Got right to the pitch of the ball, Kaustubh.
Right to the pitch of the ball is the perfect way of describing this shot. Charu, look at it. Saw it tossed up. Look at that. Look at that bat swing coming right behind. Whoa. What a shot this is. What a beautiful shot this is. Charu, there you were.
Well, and there you were too, ducking. But it was a wonderful shot, without question. Now what? What's the follow-up here from Dhrumil? Yeah, he would pull his length back just a bit. But a shade too short, and I have no doubt that Kaustubh was also expecting the ball to be a little shorter. Shifted his weight, rocked back, and found the gap.
That's what a bowler does. When you hit him for a strict six stepping out, he naturally tends to drop it short, and Kaustubh was ready for it, really. He was in perfect position to square cut that ball.
I think in his mind he was in that position before the bowler bowled. Wonderful. 10 runs off this over. Dhrumil bowled his first really well, but now he will have to do some thinking here. Well done.
The young man Arjun Tendulkar there must be wondering that next time I need to play along the ground. I've got a 6 in the previous ball. Never mind, young man, your turn will come again. Don't get dejected. There's so many times, so many opportunities in life.
Yeah, I wonder, I'm sure the team management will take care of him. And of course, he has a parent who knows a thing or two about the game. So, and this man too will ensure that Arjun leaves this match with 0 negative memory. Because you could just learn from it, move on. If you're ever given an opportunity, then utilize it fully and be there for a big score. That'd be dangerous single by the looks of it. But they had committed, and that's important. 32 for 1 after 4.
After 4 overs, it's 32 for 1. Nicely placed. No need to rush 112 of only 96 balls. But that's well within your grasp. Unless you do something stupid, unless you hit the ball in the air where it's not meant to be hit. Nicely poised. The wicket is playing reasonably well now. Dew on the ground, so it's made the ball come onto the bat now.
Well, there's still the temptation to try and maximize the power play, but they require only 7 and over. So even from this stage, there really should be no desperation. Oh, kept low. Nice delivery, but as you've been saying, the pitch is a little tired. Every once in a while you see some good carry, but that one certainly did not.
Also a little movement, not in line at all, Kaustubh. Completely playing away from the ball.
I think Rohan Raje should be encouraged by that. And if you can keep that line going, then you could elicit a false shot from Kaustubh, or anyone really. But a nice field on the off, short third. Up in the air and just over Bista at mid-off. He got plenty of that. That's another boundary for Kaustubh. He's really cutting loose.
Being close to the stumps, right under his bat. Nice shot. In great position to play that shot. Oh, look at it. Steps out late, plays it straight.
Yeah, Rohan, of course, is a wonderful all-rounder. We've seen his batting abilities already. Now, not the quickest, though. 11 wickets. This is only his 10th match. The economy a little high at 9, but he is a useful contributor. I'm sure he'll come back well. Yeah, pulled the length back just a bit, even though he gave that single away. Did not make the mistake again of over-pitching.
That's good understanding.
Well, he has some fans, and why not? Wonderful all-rounder. We've just been praising him. On Alare. Rohan Raja.
It's amazing what fans can do, isn't it? They bring such a lovely atmosphere to the ground, enjoy themselves. And like you've been saying, it's the fans who make the match.
Well, I certainly think so, because sometimes they go underappreciated. Down leg. Well, pace is not his forte. Just bent his back a bit on that one. Well, you want to see who makes the game? Here they are. 11,000 or more of them here at the Wankhede. And this is only T20 Mumbai. I say only with great respect, mind you. It's not a major international. It's a state league, but it serves a very important purpose, Milan.
Absolutely. T20 has taken this game to another level. In a 4-day Ranji Trophy, you won't get 1,100.
Flicked away very neatly. That should be 2. Are they committed to it? Yes.
Sometimes such a pleasure, Charu, to see batsmen. Look at them. They're enjoying themselves even at this hour. And they stay far away. It's not that they stay close by. But that's what T20 has done. Coming back to the point I was making earlier, it's such a nice thing to see players playing technically correctly and yet going after the bowling.
Yeah, well done. And giving respect when required to a good ball. You are right. I mean, it's possible to be aggressive without playing across or playing shots which are, well, dangerous and not in the book. Every once in a while, maybe, and I understand that when you need to really up the run rate because of maybe chasing 190 or in the last 3 or 4 overs, all sorts of innovation comes in and the big hits come in. But really at this stage, with this kind of a requirement, you can just play regular shots. Good finish by Rohan. It's 40 for 1 after 5.
Live scores, news,
Team preview?
match predictions.
Fan code.
Fan code. Fan code.
No ads, pure sports.
Arjun Tendulkar was doing all the smacking around. Gomal has joined him, who's a very experienced campaigner, great fielder as well. And with not much to chase, these guys can take their time, play proper shots, as Melinda's been saying, and do nothing out of the ordinary. Pay respect to the deliveries. Vaibhav comes in. Too full. Vaibhav gave only 1 run in his opening over. Remarkable. This is his second.
Perhaps, Charu, that ball he could have played on the onside because it was too full.
Oh, yes. Oh, Jay Bista. We praised his fielding abilities just a short while back. Big dive comes in. A dive comes slide. Well, he'll be pretty cross with himself for missing that, but it was struck really hard by Kostub.
Nice juicy half volley. Hit hard. A little bit of bad bounce on those pitches. But look at the speed with which he went to recover the ball.
He's just a delight to watch in the field, Jay Bista. And of course, the added responsibility of leading the team. Up in the air, and oh, wide of Bista. Done in the flight by Vaibhav. And I have to say, Gomal was not in control.
Oh, was it a chip shot really? It's amazing how they have these guts to play chip shots because it's difficult to control it.
But that's what he should have done. The previous shot, I'm sure he was done in because the length was pulled back just a little more than he anticipated. Because you never know, left arm's turning the ball away from a right-hander. It could easily go off the outer edge, skew away to extra cover. Why play it in the air when you can get the same single by playing it or just pushing it a bit? Lucky edge for sure. Another diving, tumbling stop. Good commitment in the field by Sobo Supersonics. They have won 2 out of 2 so far, and they are doing their best to defend what is a low total.
The moment you toss the ball, there is a spin. The moment you do it, maybe once in a way they should toss the ball. If they get that turn, if the drive comes to hand, you go for a drive, you could be stumped.
Well, another good finish to that over by Vaibhav. 2 overs, only 5 runs. That's terrific. 44 for 1 after the power play. Well, not spectacular in the power play, 44, but we'll have to say under the circumstances, just enough, just right. The loss of only 1 wicket, Arjun Tendulkar, who blazed away with 2 sixes of the short deliveries, but Kostab and Gomel did pretty well. He might have wanted to go forward to that. Gomel quite content to give as much strike to Kostab as possible. Dafedar comes in here, putting a decent knock with the bat. So psychologically he should be right on top of his game. Dafidar's family, good to see you here. Bring your friends along. Your son's done very well with the bat, and I'm sure you wish him well with the ball.
Nice little loop, Charu.
Yeah, we were talking about wrist spinners earlier on and their rarity, and leggies always are dicey because they can give you, there we are, yeah, a bit of spin, very nice, landed it well, just the right length. Leggies can go for a bit if you don't land it correctly. And well done.
Like the great Vijay Manjrekar would have said, nicely. I loved the way he used to say that. When you drove a ball, bowled a good ball, you would say nicely.
Let's do that again together. 1, 2, 3.
Nicely.
Once again, inside edge. He'll take that, I suppose. Did trick the batsman. Okay, well, just back to the great that you're talking about, and maybe we can do that again this time. Together. 1, 2, 3.
Nicely.
It's a nice old-fashioned word. I use it pretty often myself, but these days, of course, it's a little different. The keeper is chatting all the time, and there's a lot of shabashing going on. And I do remember after the ball, you said nicely too. The keeper said, "Well bowled, yeah." Different times and different terminology, but everybody appreciates something which is regular, standard, classy. Oh, pulls it short. And that could actually be a wicket. How often have we seen a bad ball earn a wicket? And Dafedar can do no wrong today. The worst ball of the over. He picks up a wicket with only 3 runs. And this is terrific. And such disappointment for Kostab.
That's what a leg spinner can do. Bowl a rank ball, bad ball, and still get a wicket. Oh, that's a bonus, really. Well done, Dafedar. You batted superbly. You bowled well this over.
Dafedar strikes. Kaustubh goes for 22 from 22, and it's 47 for 2. Aakash Tigers will be very disappointed. Kaustubh was going along pretty well, although striking at only 100, but of course chasing low total. They don't need anybody going berserk here. But we thought between him and Gomal they could easily see off a good passenger play, but he's back in the pavilion, and that brings young Siddharth out to accompany Gomal. Siddharth playing his 9th match, only 92 runs so far, so not very much, and even the strike rate is pretty average. Could have been a cotton ball, but what Jay Bista has done he has quickly attacked Siddharth. He himself has come into slip, marshalling his forces, putting a little bit of pressure on the new man, and this could be a very good phase for Sobo Supersonics. Well, there is a cover sweeper, but I can understand why Jay Bista would want to attack, because they do not have a big total to defend, and unless they attack and take a few wickets, this is going to be easy for Aakash Tigers. What a wonderful catch to a ball that may not have deserved a wicket.
But that's what leg spinners are all about. They bowl well, 5 balls. Maybe one ball is bad. The batsman wants to take that chance. And that's exactly what happened.
Vaibhav hasn't really given anything away. Good line, good length. What more do you want? And as we have been saying consistently, lefty orthodoxes are the most accurate bowlers in the world. And if you continue doing that, do nothing. Happy birthday to whom? Oh, sorry, you missed that.
That's why, if you remember this morning, I said, take as many left-arm spinners as you have, because they are the ones who make batting a bit difficult.
Especially when the pitches are just a shade slow and there isn't much bounce. You just have to be so careful against lefty orthodoxes. Just the kind of attention and focus required. Every ball is at the stumps, coming at you all the time. Gave it some air.
Atul projects the team happy. It's so important to bowl slower now, because you know what the wicket is doing. The batsman is new.
No slip for Gomal. He's been there for a while. And yeah, the armour spotted and pushed away for a single. So no damage, no more damage. 51 for 2 after 8.
Welcome back. An interesting chase building up here at the Wankhede Stadium. Here comes Dafedar once again. Star with the bat, has a wicket with the ball. Can he put the brakes on the run scoring? Well, so far he has just 3.43 in his 7 deliveries so far. 1/3 of the job done by the Aakash Tigers within 8 overs. On course, James Reggae.
Yes. What I like about Dafidar, he's got a lovely little loop bowling. He's not bowling flat. He's bowling the leg breaks. Oh, they're enjoying themselves, Aakash Tigers. On the floor, let's roll. A chow show. Wow.
There's never a dearth of wordplay with fans around, and all this wit, a lot of it has been unlocked by the advent of social media as well, and happy, smiley faces enjoying this Saturday evening, watching some fun, entertaining T20 cricket. They saw a couple of piggies from Arjun Tendulkar. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be a big innings.
Dafidar bowling a very good line. Nice little loop. Making the batsman wonder whether to drive or to pull. But that's what leg spinners are there for. They bowl 5 good balls and 1 bad ball. And many an occasion I've seen that 1 bad ball has got them the wicket because the batsman tends to relax and try and take a shot at it. Oh, lovely delivery. Great delivery.
Walks 2-3 steps, a bit of a hop skip, and rips it through nicely. Such control as well. 91 needed of 67. Field now spread. Single always available. Dot ball a rarity in this format, but Hezar Dafidar has bowled very well. Just the 3 of the over, 9 gone, 54 for 2. On point, Vaibhav Mali. Well, the batting experiment with Vaibhav Mali didn't quite work. Came into bat at 3. Great sight. One of my favourite sights is to see young kids. This time he's played that lofted shot over extra cover. That's going all the way. Yes, it is. Akarshit Gomel with an Akarshak attractive shot. That
Simply outstanding. Majestic is what I would like to say. Look at the way he came out, stepped out, and just gave it that little push. Full fresh. No hitting hard, just the timing. Beautiful follow through. What a shot, Manish.
You want to know what timing is? Just watch that replay. Excellent exhibition of meeting the ball just in the right moment. Having enough on it, enough gas on it to sail through. So lovely to watch. He just posed there as well in that follow through. Come on, guys, take a picture. Oh, did that keep low, or did he play on the back foot to a delivery that he should have played forward?
Probably it came in with the arm. Slightly quicker delivery. Lower arm. Tantalizing length he's bowling. Even if he got hit for a 6, it was a good delivery. Batsman played it so well that turned out to be a fabulous shot.
He crossed with himself. Should have stopped that one. Vaibhav Mali. Coming towards the end of his spell, just 16 runs given by him. Takes serious ability to keep the batsman quiet in this format, in these conditions. Badr Alam expensive in the only over he's bowled so far. Singers always on offer with the fields spread wide. 144 was the target. They're 82 away. The asking run rate still very much within reach in this format. Just a shade above 8. Great control. This time he's chasing the ball. Well stopped. Well stopped. End of the 10th at the halfway mark, 62 for 2. At the halfway mark, the Supersonics were 64 for 3 and the Tigers are 62 for 2, which tells you why these two lines are so close to each other, the red and the green. It's been rather quiet for a while. The 22 runs of the last 30 balls. The 1 wicket of Kaustubh Patmali bowled the Fedar. Scoring in line, should be called wide. First such bad delivery by Hazar the Fedar into his 3rd over now, given away just 7. Well, Karishma Kotak is down along the boundary line. Let's see who she has with her.
Well, I have with me Sylvester D'Souza from Aakash Tigers. Pretty comfortable situation for your team right now?
I guess so, but we have like 2 wickets are down right now, but it's not that comfortable. It's tough. We have to chase like 140 odd runs. Let's see how it goes.
So do you think 143 is a on-par score?
It's a tough score, you know. It's okay to defend, but it's tough to chase. So I hope the team wins and we do well.
And also, it's the 2nd season of the T20 Mumbai. What kind of opportunity? I mean, it's obvious it's a fabulous opportunity, but what kind of opportunity does it give to young men like yourself?
It's the 2nd edition of the Mumbai Premier League. It's the first time I'm playing here. I think it's a big platform for budding cricketers like me, local players like me, to come over here, perform in front of the crowd. It's a pressure game, you know, so you have to just carry on yourself, back your skills, and there are great players in our team. We have Dhaval Kulkarni, and also you get to learn a lot, and it's good to be here.
Okay, great. I'm going to let you go. There's a lot of cheering happening. All the best to you and your team. Thank you so much, Sylvester. Back to you.
Well, first opportunity to play in front of such a large crowd, and Milind Rege, who's played years and years of first-class cricket. He's seen lots of big names come and go. Has been a selector for a long time as well. Let's talk to us about what it is to play in front of such a massive crowd.
In fact, when the Wankhede Stadium was inaugurated, we played the first game here in 1974 against Baroda. And the crowds were massive because there was no television coverage. Can you imagine a Mumbai-Karnataka game, 30,000 people watching? Or a Mumbai-Hyderabad game, or a Mumbai-Delhi game? There used to be 25, 30,000 people simply because there was no coverage, and the cricket wasn't as much as is played now. So that's what makes all the difference. But playing in front of crowds was terrific.
This time on the lights as well. End of the 11th, just 2 of the over. 3 in fact of the over. 65 for 2.
Change in bowling. Right arm over to you.
Welcome back. The Dream 11 points earned. Nehal, excellent return on investment. Parag Khanapurkar tried his darndest to take his team to a bigger score today. We're into the 12th over now. It's Parag, a star with the bat. Will his luck rub off with the ball now? Are they going too slow? Is that a sign of maybe getting a tad too complacent and too relaxed?
They should be careful. The batting side should be very careful because the run rate is now gone up to 8.83. And if 2 wickets fall at this juncture, suddenly the pressure comes on you.
Get a big shot, has a Siddharth. Oh, just one bounce to that long off fielder there. And I suspect they're also sort of feeling the pinch of having been stopped in the blocks. They're scoring at 5.91, the asking rate now up to 8.88, and in this format, within an over or two, it can easily jump up to upwards of 9.5, 10.
And after that, if you lose 2 wickets, you're in trouble because 10 runs is not so easy if you're down 4 wickets or 5 wickets. So don't overdo it. Keep looking for the 1s and 2s. Play a bit aggressively. You need not lift the ball, but push the fielders for 1s and 2s.
Jay Bista has something thinking to do as well in terms of the bowlers he chooses, because Trumil Matkar has 2 overs left. Vaibhav has bowled his full quota of 4. Rohan Raj has bowled just the 1. Dafedar has 1 left. Badr Alam didn't quite have a good start, gave away 13. Who does he go to now? How does he make that selection going forward for the next 4 or 5 overs?
Well, I think at this juncture, the spinners are bowling pretty well, not allowing the batsman to go for big shots. So the going is okay now. He will have to assess after every over.
Oh, lots of turn available for the wrist spinner.
Look at that, he gave it a real rip, and what a ball. Drifted in and left the batsman.
6th bowling option, Parag Khanapurkar perhaps making up for the fact that might not be. Oh, that one went straight through. Tried a flipper, end of the over, 69 for 2.
पीछे चला जा पीछे जा पीछे
69 for 2 after 12. Need to accelerate slightly by a run or 2 more because the required run rate is nearing 10. The danger of losing a wicket will set them back. Easy single. 70 for 2. Current run rate is 5.75. Now the required run rate has gone up to 9.45. A good over where you give your 3 or 4 runs in this, and suddenly the pressure starts building because the wicket is not so conducive to playing big shots. The ball is coming on slowly, and an occasional turn can do them in.
This time giving it a little more air on the leg stump. We haven't had a boundary for the last 18 balls. It's 23 of the last 30.
Dafedar has had a great spell. He's just given the 11 runs, taken a wicket of 3.2, and he scored the runs, so he's the man who has to be looked at. Strike rate's pretty poor for both the batsmen. Gomel is at 81 and Siddharth is at 69.2. You must hurry up, not hurry up in the sense, don't hit it up in the air, but look for fours.
I'm glad they're okay to take singles while the boundary balls are not available. These keep it ticking. It's still within reach. 71 of 44 needed now. Siddharth has spent enough time at the wicket. 9 of 13 for him. Aakash Gomel. This time he uses his feet. Fairly risk-free shot that, not too in the air. Was eyeing that gap between long off and the sweeper cover. Partnership now 27 of 36. Something's got to give now, Milind. Either a big shot or a wicket.
He's done well for himself, Lafayette. Oh, he goes for the big one. Doesn't time it at all.
Over.
13 gone, 75 for 2. Hazarda Fedar has just produced a terrific bowling spell. 4 overs, just 15 for that 1 wicket. Well, the wicketkeeper said run out here, run out here. There was a chance and he fumbled under pressure, giving away that extra. Oh! What was Parag Khanapurkar doing there? Made a mess of it. As Badre Alam was put under pressure after that really quick first run. At this stage, the Supersonics were 79 for 3. The Tigers not far behind. Both those worms on that graphic so close to each other. This time, plays it up in the air. Will not face that mid-wicket fielder. Collected on the bounce. Fires a quick throw in.
Quite an awkward looking shot, really. Quite an awkward shot. He sort of flicked it to mid-wicket. A cross-batted shot. Lucky he didn't time it too well. Otherwise, it would have carried to the fielder.
I'm sensing a certain half-heartedness to a lot of these shots. We saw that one, the one that was played a couple of deliveries ago to the long off fielder. This one as well. Is that fear of getting out? That's up in the air. Is that going to go the distance? No! The batsman will walk back dejectedly to the pavilion. Morose faces in the opposition dugout. He's all smiles and so is the crowd. The Yellow Army is here at the Wankhede Stadium. Siddharth will have to walk back. Kotmali bowled Parag Khanapurkar.
Nicely tossed up, went for the big hit. He had to because he has slowed down considerably. And for the waiting fielder to take it most obligingly. Well done, Parag. That's a great delivery. That's what you need. Siddharth Aakre gone for 10, 78 for 3.
The Aakash Tigers have a fair bit of depth to their batting lineup. Shams Mulani, who got a quick fire 30 odd in the last game, has just come into bat. to join Aakash Gomel.
Manish, when the innings started, the run rate required, let's have a look at this shot. He did time it well, but didn't have enough power. He got more elevation out of it, as a result of which the ball went in the hands. So, when they started their run chase, the asking rate was a little over 7. It's gone up to 2.54, and their run rate is now 5.71. They've lost 3 wickets, and T20 is a dangerous game because another wicket now. Suddenly, the Supersonics have begun to realize that they're in the game. One more wicket, and there'll be a lot of aggression from the part of the Supersonics. Then trouble starts.
Leg spinner to the left-hander, Shams Molani. The asking run rate 10.54, 65 needed of 37. Is he going to go for it? Take a couple of deliveries to get his eye in. End of the 14th. 80 for 3, 64 more needed of the last 6.
Yeah.
It's getting interesting. They slowed down after the fall of that second wicket. We haven't had a boundary in the last 28 deliveries. Just 26 scored in the last 30. And that is the reason the asking rate has now gone up to 10.67. Deepak Shetty being brought into the attack. The spinners have done a fabulous job for the Supersonics. Now then, do they go for it now or wait until the 16th?
No, they will have to start going for it now because Deepak Shetty is the kind of bowler who's a hit-the-deck bowler. He's a tall bowler, comes down well. Difficult to hit cross-batted shots to him. They will have to. If they wait, I don't know whether they have a batting lineup, whether there are big hitters at say at number 8 or 9.
Singles will not do it. Singles will not do it for them. They need a couple of big shots. Doesn't matter where they come and how they come. Let's take a look at the wickets so far. The first one to go was Arjun Tendulkar, scooped it up. Lots of acrobatics in that catch. A bit of jugglery, unintended of course. And then the second one called at mid-wicket. And one at 47. And then this one, the last one. Siddharth Thakre caught Mali, bowled Parag Khanapurkar. Khanapurkar has been the game changer. There he is, the captain. The Supersonics have won both their games so far, and they now believe they can make it 3 in a row, because chasing 63 of 35 possible, but a little bit difficult to achieve. Slower delivery, hit that hard to the right of that diving covers fielder. Now they have a 4 after 29 deliveries.
Gomel will have to hang around because he's the senior most batsman. Look at that rasping drive. Short, went on the front foot. Oh, something wrong with the leg. He's limping. Oh. What a shot that is. What a shot. Great shot. Aakash Gomel will have to carry his innings. He's a senior most player. He's in good form. Has done very well for his club, the Parsi Gymkhana.
Right, can he keep it going? Makes room, drags it from outside the off stump. Will get 2, not bad, better than a single any day. He's struggling with his could be a hamstring. He can't run. Another reason for him to just stand and deliver those big ones. Tadadakre, the last wicket to fall, scored 10 of 15. Will be very disappointed. The partnership now 9 of 6. They need 57 of 33. Hit towards the mid-wicket region. There is no fielder there. Split that gap. Nicely done. Picked his spot. Backed himself, this tall man. It was there to be hit. Not too quick the delivery. 4 more to the score.
And wasn't too short either. A great pickup. Just found that position empty. Look at it. It's not a short ball really. Super timing. He's limping. A hamstring probably. He should call the physio right away.
11 of the overs so far. The required run rate now down below 10, 9.94 it is. Shetty in his first over is proving to be expensive. Where's this one gone? Just short of the long on fielder. Struggling to run.
He seems to be cramping. He will have to stay there. Oh, he's cramping. Look at that. It has to be a cramp. It's so hot and humid. You lose so much salt. You've got to hydrate yourself. Ah, stretch, stretch. He needs to stretch.
Batsman in next. Swami, the keeper. There's Yogesh Pawar as well, who can hit big. He's played it really stylishly, but that'll make Aakash Gomel run. Shams Mulani will keep the strike. 15 gone. They need 51 of the last 5. The Atul Projects run graphic. 3 big ones, big towers, big skyscrapers. And the first one, in fact 2 in the power play, and then the last over where they scored 2 boundaries. 13 runs of that last over. They need many, many more of those. "31 runs in the last 5. None of this will matter if the next 30 balls don't go the Tigers' way. There he is, getting some treatment for that hamstring.
He's not looking good. Certainly not. Umpire's telling him, hurry up. Have a heart, man. Let him relax a bit. He is in pain. You can see he is in pain. It's not that... did I hear take your own time? Because it is looking bad. A little bit of salt and water.
Also an opportunity for the Supersonics to regroup. Jay Besta at this point talking to his team. There they are, figuring how they're going to go about things in the next 5. Jay Besta's hardly talking. He's quietly listening to what his players are saying. Parag Khanapurkar, the audience as well. So Badre has 3 overs left. Drumil still has 2. Vaibhav Mali, Dafedar are done with their quota of 4. Parag Khanapurkar has 2. That's what it looks like at this point. So he's used 7 bowling options. Shetty was expensive in that last over he bowled, the first one for him. Who does he go to now? For over number 16, does he go back to Drumil Matkar? Does he bring Badre Alam in? Let's take a look at the points table. Supersonics, of course, in Group B, but the North Mumbai Panthers, Prithvi Shaw's team, 2-2 for them, sitting pretty. 0.825 the net run rate. Barely healthy. The Triumph Knights back in the reckoning with a win earlier today. Eagle Thani strikers struggling with. The Sobo Supersonics are at the cusp of their 3rd consecutive win. The terrific net run rate of 1.26, the others in negative. Yaksanari, of course, have 2 wins and a loss in their 3 games so far. Nothing whatsoever for the Namo Bandra Blasters. Here comes the Drumil Matkar. Quick single to start the over. 50 needed now of 29. Something's got to give. Fielders at the boundary. Got to stay alert. There's one flying saucer coming their way.
I think this, with the problem that he had with his leg, it's not a bad idea to toss it up a little bit, make him come forward, allow him to reach a long on, a deep mid-wicket. That would be a good ploy. Allow him to stretch, make him stretch.
Caught, gone, goodbye, Mr. Gomel. Just what Milind Rege ordered. Made him stretch, made him reach out for the delivery wide outside the off stump. He had a wild swing at it, never in control, in so much pain. That brings an end to Aakash Gomel's misery. 43 of 43.
I think that leg half came in the way. Tossed up the well bowled Drumil Matkar. You tossed it up at the right time.
Gomel goes 94 for 4, 50 needed of 28. In comes Yogesh Pawar with a job to do, and a tough one at that. Joins Shams Bolani. Yogesh Pawar has a reputation, I've been told, Milind.
Yeah, he can tongue the ball, Yogesh Pawar. He's a good hitter, but now the pressure is on. It's not so easy because your legs and hands are rather tight in such a situation. You got a problem whether you want to hit the ball, you want to defend. I've just come to the crease. I don't know the pace of the pitch. I can't see flight early in these lights. Lots and lots of options.
I've seen in the sport of volleyball, the ones who are not in action never sit in the dugout. They're always standing on their feet. They want to stay warm, ready to get into battle. Yeah, that's something that can be looked at in T20 cricket. But the equation now is pretty simple. 50 needed of 28. Not impossible, but it'll take some doing.
Let's have a look at that wicket. Tossed up delivery. He didn't play a great shot. He tried to play inside out. And because of his leg, he wasn't able to reach the ball. Well bowled Drumil Matkar. Once again, the arm ball this time.
Apologies, it's in fact not Yogesh Pawar, but Subramaniam Doraiswamy, the wicket-keeper batsman. Played his part with the gloves. 2 terrific lightning-fast stumpings. A worried-looking Aakash Tigers dugout. Bolani spent a fair bit of time now. He's got to go for it. Right there in the block hole. Not in the range to go for that biggie.
In fact, Manish, Matkar will have to be careful when he bowls to the left-hander. Don't toss it, bowl to him as close as possible, because to a left-hander, a left-arm spinner is chicken feed.
Drumil aisi galati mat kar. Okay, bad pun. Let's focus on the cricket. Thought about it. He's whacked it away. There is a fielder. Desperate times for the Aakash Tigers. 16 gone, 97 for 4, 47 more needed of the last 4.
Almost 2 runs a ball. Coming to an interesting end. Oh, the Worms looking very close to each other, but lots of wickets have fallen. 47 of 24. Not doable, but risky.
If you promise to not scold me, Milind, may I suggest the possibility of a super over, sir?
It's a possibility, because at the end of it all, every run, that depends how many runs. If they read about 9 runs in the last over, it could be.
Come on, then let's have a super over today. Should be fun. This crowd will enjoy it as well. 47 needed of 24. Get 46 at least. That should do the job. Improvises, but perhaps a bit too much, and well bowled by by Shetty, followed the batsman. It's always tough to bowl to a moving target.
You can now see the desperation. Look where he's gone. Oh. This is desperate cricket. Absolutely. Now you can see the panic in the Tigers batting lineup.
I think you saw Aakash Parker bat earlier today. He found some success with that approach in the end overs. Aakash Parker proved to be a bit of a game changer in that innings. 47 needed of 23. The captain Dhawal Kulkarni padded up, ready. But his primary role is to do the job with the ball, which he did. Raiswamy has slapped it in the extra cover region. We'll get to short boundaries here, no scope for a third.
Deepak Shetty is a tall, gangling bowler. He won't allow you to hit him. Normally hits the deck pretty hard. Experience, has played a lot of cricket at club level. Has the ability to bowl the slower ball also. Now where?
Once again, that right hand came off. Just no pace on the delivery. Using those off-cutters to good effect. This is such an intelligent display of death overs bowling by the Sobo Supersonics.
With 144 to chase, who would have ever thought that the match could possibly go to the last or second last ball? But the way the Tigers have batted and the Supersonics, more importantly, bowled a tight line, I think it's going to be one in this class of cricket. You don't expect easy givings.
Oh, somehow he's managed to scoop that out. Oh, the fielders in pursuit. He will get two. It looked like it had looped up dangerously. Stay safe. 42 runs to get in 20. A large crowd in. Oh, good to see Mr. Praveen Singh Pardesi, the commissioner of the BMC. All smiles, one of the top bureaucrats in Maharashtra. He's got a big job to do in charge of Mumbai. Got a massive crowd in today, the biggest so far this season. And I promise we'll get better, bigger tomorrow. Goes for it. Will not get four. Oh, he slips and yet manages to stop the ball. Saves a certain 2 runs. Drumil Matkar on that long gone boundary. 40 needed now of 19. The boundary is still not coming.
Some of these guys are desperate fielders, so brilliant. Drumil is definitely one of them. Absolutely, that's a great save. 2 runs saved for his side.
Right, something's got to give now. It's got to go for it. 1s and 2s will not do the job. You can't take deliveries and overs remaining back home or back to the hotel. It's now or not happening. Now or next game. It's got to go for it, Mulani. Oh, slower delivery. Very, very well bowled. Changed his mind, Shams Mulani. I thought he changed his shot at the last moment. 17 gone. 39 needed of the last 3. Well, the Tigers innings may not have been in cruise control, but you can. If you drive this superb-looking Skoda car, not just great looking, not just a great driving experience, but a great ownership experience as well. 6-year warranty and 4-year service. 4-year insurance, that is. Lots of peace of mind if you own the Skoda, and you can smile like that as well, like Mr. Praveen Singh Pardesi, the BMC commissioner. 1985 batch of IAS officers.
Obviously, he's enjoying his cricket. He knows he's on the screen.
It's a tough job being a bureaucrat. It's got a high-pressure job, but good to see him enjoying this game.
Hold him.
Looks plumb in front. No, was there backed? Look quite plumb.
I don't know where it hit. We'll have to see through the... I almost thought he was bowled. Did he touch his pads? Or did he completely miss it?
Not even a loud, convincing appeal, I thought.
I got the feeling it missed his pads. The ball turned.
Right. The equation now 13 needed off 16. Rumil Matkar. He's played that on the full. All possible angles have been covered. The captain Jay Bisla fires that throw in. Disappointed looking captain Dhawal Kulkarni. Now they know they're on television.
I think things are getting tough for the Tigers now. We had said earlier, if you remember, don't allow the run rate to drop, because if you lose 2 or 3 wickets, you'll be in trouble. And 2 wickets that have gone have put them in that position. Well bowled, Dhumil. It's not easy to bowl to a left-hander.
They're going for the second, could be close.
Well run.
On a wild throw towards the keeper there from Jay Bisla. Good release though, quick release, but unable to stop the batsman from going for the second run. 35 needed now of 14. Jay Bisla, there he is, the captain, the 23-year-old, the first player of Nepalese origin to represent Mumbai. It's part of the Ranji scheme of things now. Goes for it. And will go back to the hut. Well caught. When he was lining himself up, Rohan Raje, for a moment I thought he's going to let it go. But stayed cool. Stayed focused, half misjudged it, good recovery to pocket that catch. Shams Mulani will go back. That's the end of another wicket. And a third win within touching distance. They will check it before he crosses the boundary line. They'll check the front foot. Now, that's good. Mulani will have to go. Ooh. Well done in the end.
Yeah, I think he's taken a fairly good catch. It's just slightly in the lights. The umpires are looking whether the ball has hit the ground first. Got it in his left first. Looks to me safe, really. Fingers are under the ball. No reason to doubt it, but the umpires need to check. It's always good to check.
Towards you. Yes.
Right, confirmation then. So with the fall of Mulani's wicket, Yogesh Pawar comes in now finally. It's all now up to Subramaniam Doraiswamy and Yogesh Pawar to try and make a match out of the next 13 deliveries where they need 35. Mulani out for 13 of 11. Mohd Kamli, not a happy man. If only he could come out and bat.
If only he could come out and bat. I was just going to say that. And he's quite capable still. I've seen him play some big shots even in some festival games. What a player he was. Oh, he could hit the ball to any parts of the ground. But the Tigers are in trouble. Who would have ever thought that chasing 143, they would make such a huge thing out of a decent total? But they played slow. They lost the rhythm in between. The innings had no momentum whatsoever.
in the slot. He's gone for it straight. Nice straight hit. It will be cut off. Good throw in as well. The good thing is the intensity has been there throughout the 20 innings, the 20 overs from the Sobo Supersonics. They haven't, even when the opposition was struggling at 3 for 78, they kept it going. They were tight in the field. 18 gone, 111 for 5. Ishkara maximum sixes. 2 players at the top. Sujit Naik has 7. Suryakumar Yadav has 7. Unfortunately, the Tigers didn't have enough today. It's been such a controlled, calm, cool-headed bowling performance by the Supersonics. They've given away 4 sixes and 5 boundaries, and a lot of them came in the early part of this chase. Not much after the middle over started.
The point, Manish, is do they have an Aakash Parker? Aakash Parker at this stage was scoring all the runs. Didn't time it well at all. He didn't have any power in it, but what a good catch that is. The ball dipped, the lights are difficult. It's a super catch. Rohan Raje, as usual, excelling in the field. Shetty won't allow you to have a slog at him.
Down the track, will not get a boundary. Jai Bista alert as ever. They will still go for the second. That slight misfield allowing the batsman to go for the second. 30 needed of 10.
It's the second time Jai Bista has misfielded. Probably over anxious to stop another run. Eyes not on the ball. Need 30 runs of 10 balls. 3 runs per ball. He needs to hit 2 sixes at the moment.
Supersonics eyeing their third one. Yes! That's how you take a skier. Don't get carried away by the loud cheer from the crowd, your supporters. Another nail in the Aakash Tigers coffin.
He hit it pretty well. Go slightly at the bottom of the bat, but a very good catch. Super, very comfortable, very composed in taking that catch.
Yogesh Pawar goes for 4. The Tigers 114 for 6.
There's a Tiger fan. I beg your pardon, Supersonics fan. He's happy, and why not? 143 wasn't a big score at all.
And he has the whole of Sunday to take that paint off his body. That'll be some effort. It'll take some doing, that man.
It's amazing the interest that people have in the sport today.
Tries an Aakash Parker style shot. Moves across outside the off stump. Drags it.
Shetty has a huge grunt when he bowls that ball. Didn't time it at all. And he took such a comfortable catch. Easily taken. Easily taken.
Well, after the first couple of wickets fell, they never really looked in the chase, did they? 29 needed of 8. You see a lot of this play and miss happening now. Can't expect the lower order to score 29 of 7, can you?
And he's a clever bowler. He's varying his pace. He's bowling the off cutter, and he grunts so loudly as if the ball is going to come at 150 kilometers an hour, and it comes at 110, 115.
I asked you a question day before, and I said, are the Supersonics the most balanced side? Are you now convinced?
They're a good bowling attack.
Goes for it. A consolation 6 for the Aakash Tigers. Or have I spoken too soon? Because 23 of 6. Well, possible, but mathematically possible, that is. But can they keep going? 23 needed of the last over. Anxious faces, as you can see in the Aakash Tigers dugout.
An off cutter, and Dhaval Kulkarni saw it all the way and gave it that whack. Will he do a Ravi Shastri, 6 sixes in an over, or a Yuvraj Singh?
Well,
you never know with the sport.
He needs 4. He's got 6 deliveries. 23 of 6 in this format, in this era. Very much possible. Who's going to do it? Subramaniam Doraiswamy, who will be on strike for the first ball of the last over. Who is going to have the ball? Jay Bista has a decision to make. An interesting one. Rohan Raje has an over left. Parag Khanapurkar has 2 left. Will he go with Rohan Raje?
I don't think he should try a spinner. You never know with a spinner. It's Rohan Raje after all.
Right. Rohan Raje was not sent high up the order today. Dafedar got the go. He came into bat, did not face a single delivery. Here's his chance to do his bit in his team's win. Avoid any overstepping, no wise, don't make it easier, don't make the equation any more exciting. You can keep it boring, straight up.
This first ball is important. If he doesn't give us 6, it's important.
Well, I've seen a few banners with his name today. That's the equation. It's pretty simple. Doraiswamy on strike, 23 needed of 6. The last 30 balls have yielded 41, but 3 wickets have fallen. Small little conference between the captain Dhaval Kulkarni and the wicketkeeper Subramaniam Doraiswamy. If Doraiswamy can do this, surely in contention with the man of the match, because he did give us 2 lightning fast stumpings earlier today. Right. Well, there they are, Rohan Raje fan club. Third man inside the circle. Here we go then. Well bowled into the block hole.
I think they've done well. This is not a possibility at all now anymore. 5 balls, 22. Unless Dhaval Kulkarni can hit the next 2 for a 6, then the pressure start.
How about an outside edge through to third man? That's a possibility. There's a fielder at long on. There is none at mid-wicket, so that's an area that Dhaval Kulkarni could target. Huge gap between square leg and long on. That's where he's got to go. He's had a look at the field. Dhaval Kulkarni, the captain, can he come up with a big one? A 4 will do, a 6 even better. Go for it, Dhaval. Here we are. But the ball's outside the off stump. He's played it. Oh, there is a fielder. Bowling to the field. Milan, he knows where the fielders are.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not an easy job to hit 6s, especially to a seam bowler who will always come and bowl you a yorker or a slower delivery. It's not possible. I mean, Dhaval is not the biggest of sloggers of the ball. He plays straight. And even if possibly you need a Chris Gale here, or you need an Andre Russell here, one of those types.
Now that Doraiswamy is on strike, they've made that change in the field straight away. There is now some cover at the deep mid-wicket boundary. So that option's out for Doraiswamy. Where's he going to go? Shot, hit straight, that could be 6. A flat 6, no, yes. It's gone all the way. Tantalizingly close to that boundary skirting. 15 of 3. Are we in for a surprise end? Wow, 6 number 95. He hit that flat. Enough power on it. Some fireworks towards the end from the wicketkeeper Subramaniam Doraiswamy. Doesn't get straighter than that.
Now the possibility is open. Yet another 6. What is it going to be? 6. Manish, 6.
Let's see where he goes. He's gone for it. That's not going to go all the way. It will be caught. Terrific catch by the captain, Jay Bista. Sensational stuff. Diving forward with both hands. Jai Bista has sealed the game for the Sobo Supersonics. What a moment of fielding brilliance from Jai Bista. Absolutely wow. Vinod Kamli is heartbroken.
That was struck pretty well. But look at this catch. Jai Bista running so much and brilliant. Simply brilliant in under pressure. Rohan Raji has realized that he's done things for his team. Fabulous.
129 for 7. It's pretty much curtains for the Aakash Tigers. Well, he did give his team a whiff, didn't he? With that 6. But Rohan Raji, under pressure, somehow has managed to pour cold water over any hopes that the Raiswamy might have given his team. But well done to the captain there. The 23-year-old, bespectacled, studious-looking Jai Bista. It's gone for it. There is cover. It's going to be a rather cold, tame end, but the Supersonics won't mind it. They need their 3rd win. 6 points in the pocket, will sit pretty perched on top of that Group B. JB, remember this name. Remember this face. Only 23 years of age. You can see that catch as many times as you want.
Superbly athletic Jai Bista. I've seen him taking so many catches in the deep. It's all over. It's all over.
Look at the commitment. Is far away from that ball and yet dived, and they've enjoyed the game. They've enjoyed this defense. An admirable defense of a smallish looking total. Jai Bista has been the star in the field today. He's been the busiest. He's scampered around like a gazelle. And the Supersonics kept their intensity through the 20 overs. It was never going to be easy with the likes of Arjun Tendulkar. They came in with a very different looking opening combination today. But in the end, they managed to win this game by 10 runs. And that's how you defend a smallish total in the shortest format.
You're absolutely right. I mean, defending this total needs a lot of courage, a lot of tactical sense, and Jai Bista and his team have done wonders. They fought very hard. They knew that you get one or two wickets and they'll get into the team. And that's a disappointment really for the Tigers. They missed that innings. It wasn't a big total to chase at all.
Well, just the 5 boundaries and 6 sixes for the Aakash Tigers. Aakash Gomel was always going to be a threat. He scored 43, a runner ball. He looked injured towards the end. Molani tried his bit, so did Subramaniam, getting out in that towards the end, of course. Yogesh Pawar, not much. Arjun Tendulkar had a couple of big hits and got out again for a small total, but it was really the spinners that perhaps managed to suffocate this batting lineup. The big shots were too few and far between, and look at the partnerships, not much there. Not a single half-century partnership. So what if it was a smaller total? You needed some sense of stability. The big runs, well, the asking rate just kept increasing after the middle overs, and it was the spinners that put the stranglehold onto the Aakash Tigers. The bowling performances, have a look at that. Khezar Dafedar playing his first T20 Mumbai game this season. 4 overs 15 for 110 dot balls for him. Vaibhav Mali bowled pretty well as well. No wickets though, but kept it really quiet. 4.25 is economy. Dhruvil Matkar picked up 3 wickets, the most successful bowler, 9 dot balls, and gave away just 28 runs. So overall, a terrific day for the Supersonics, sealing their 3rd consecutive win. Let's take a look at the highlights that'll make the fellows in yellow, the Yellow Brigade, very, very happy. Arjun Tendulkar came and started off in grand style. 2 big sixes for the tall left-hander. An opportunity for him to open the innings, and then this happened. A loose shot. And then after a bit of jugglery, Arjun Tendulkar was sent back. Rohan Raji taking that catch. And then before the 2nd wicket fell, we saw a few good shots for the Aakash Tigers, and really we thought at that stage a total as small as 143 would be within touching distance. However, Aakash Gomel and Kostu Pawar tried their bit, and then this happened. It was Kostu Pawar who went with the score at 47. We saw a few delectable strokes that perhaps made the Aakash Tigers supporters feel that, well, it was it. This was going to be their game. But then such moments kept happening. Some very safe catching. That was the third wicket to fall at the score of 78. Very few boundaries, as I said earlier, 5 boundaries and 6 sixes. There was a fourth wicket at the score of 94. And then Shams Mulani got out. Yogesh Pawar came in and went back soon thereafter. Another very good catch on the boundary. And we saw a couple of piggies towards the end from Doraiswamy, and then it was, of course, Jay Bista, the captain, with that acrobatic catch. That last ball sealed the win for the Supersonics by 10 runs. Overall, a very clinical, professional show by the Sobo Supersonics. The boys from South Mumbai beating the Aakash Tigers, who now have won just one and lost 2 games. They've got some thinking to do. They'll have to get their bandwagon back on track. They seem derailed at this point, but the Supersonics register their 3rd win to sit pretty on top of Group B. Time now for the presentation with Charu Sharma.
Well, as has been fairly well established in cricket by now, even low-scoring matches can be thrillers. This one, of course, just short of being a cliffhanger. A 10-run win for the Sobo Supersonics. Magnificent defense of what was a low total. A big thank you to everybody here at the Wankhede Stadium. It was a sea of yellow, and of course lots of other supporters, and of course for you watching on television, thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed day 5 of T20 Mumbai. Big thank you on behalf of the MCA to the sponsors as well: Dream 11, Skoda, Atul Projects, Wardwill, Seagate and Bisleri. And now an introduction to our presentation party. First, from my left, on behalf of the MCA, Mr. Shah Alam Sheikh, the team representative from Aakash Tigers, Akansha Bedmuta. And to her left, from Sobo Supersonics, congratulations to Mr. Kapil Zaveri. Time to have a quick chat with the skipper of Sobo Supersonics. Jay, Mister, if you'll step up, please. That was hard work, but that was absolutely brilliant defense of just 143.
Yeah, the bowlers bowled really well. I think so it was a bit difficult with dew coming in, but there wasn't too much of dew today. So yeah, it helped us, and choice of batting first worked for us.
Well, not just your captaincy, but your catching as well, and that to the rest of your team, but you particularly, and your fielding, terrific. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I would like to contribute with the bat more, but yeah, as long as we are winning, as long as the team is doing, I'm happy, and next game will come much stronger and harder.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about your batting, don't worry. I know you anticipated that question. But 2 more things. One, of course, a sea of yellow here today. Terrific support. Lots of people should be feeling so good on behalf of your team.
Yeah, like last year also, there were a lot of Sobo Supersonics fans, and this year also. So really thankful to them, really thankful to the fans. And I hope they turn up every match and support us.
All right, you have 2 more matches to go, but you've got more than a foot in the door for a semi-final performance. Maybe time to experiment and get some more players next match.
Yeah, obviously we can experiment and rest a few, but yeah, we shouldn't be complacent, because the momentum we have got now, we should continue that, and that would help us in the semi-finals too.
All right, you may want some rest, but as skipper, you may not get it. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Jay Bista, skipper of Sobo Supersonics, who've virtually made their way through the semi-final. Of course, we'll see how it all goes. And now to our man of the match. For his acceleration towards the end, he got 33 from only 18 deliveries and then bowled 4 overs, 1 for 15. Magnificent all-round performer. Today, Khizar Dafidar is our man of the match. Khizar, well played. Do collect your trophy. First from Mr. Kapil Zaveri, part of your ownership, and your check from Mr. Shah Alam Sheikh of 50,000 rupees. Well done indeed. Khizar, join me for a quick chat. Congratulations. I believe your family is here.
Yeah, exactly. They all are here.
Well, they may not be able to hear this right now. I hope somebody's recording it on television back home. And did that make a big difference to have everybody from home here?
Yeah, it's a great support if your family is here supporting you. cheering for you by your name, Khizar. It's a great feeling actually.
Without question. I'm also saying Khizar, well done. But just about that batting, you know how important those last few runs were because it was a very narrow win in the end.
Yeah, it's important for that few runs in the last 2 overs which I scored. It was very... I'm speechless right now.
That's all right. It's okay to be speechless, man of the match. So what are you, a batting all-rounder who can bowl quite a bit or a bowling all-rounder who can bat quite a bit?
You can say both.
Well bowled today as well.
Thank you very much.
And good luck. Enjoy your success with the rest of your teammates. Well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Khizar, our man of the match. And that ends our presentation for day 5. A big thank you to the presentation party. Thank you very much. Of course, we have so much more action coming up in T20 Mumbai. Hope you enjoyed today. Low scoring, but fantastic finish towards the end. Back up to the commentary box to finish up day 5. Thanks for joining us.
Well done to Khizar Ahmed, performing very well in front of a large crowd. Also his family. Let's take a look at the points table very quickly. The North Mumbai Panthers 2-2, sitting pretty at number 1. The Triumph Knights back in the race with that win earlier today. Eagle Thane Strikers well, struggling to get going. They've got 2 more games to go in the group stage. If you look at the Group B, the Sobo Supersonics well and truly on their way to the semi-finals with 3 wins in 3. The Sobo Supersonics look unstoppable with the Aakash Andheri, who are going to be in action tomorrow at 2 with 2 wins and a loss. The Shivaji Fire Clans, they've just played 1 game so far. They've got 4 left, one of which will be played tomorrow. The Bandra Blasters need to come back into the reckoning. They need to win one very quickly. Let's take a look at the game changer of the match. Who else could it have been? It's this man, Khizar Dafedar. Did not play earlier in this tournament. Got a chance to represent the Supersonics from South Mumbai today and lived up to his captain's expectations. Was ready for the big moment in front of a big crowd. Khizar Dafedar proved to be the game changer, the Dream 11 game changer of the match, and who earned the maximum points. Well, Parag Khanapurkar, highest return on investment. Nehal bowled very well. Drumil Matkar, very efficient with the ball today as well. And so was Aakash Gomel and Subramaniam Doraiswamy, thanks to those 2 stumpings, is in that list as well. So tomorrow's action. Prithvi Shaw will be in action tomorrow, not under lights, but in that hot sun tomorrow afternoon against the Aakash Andheri, and that should be quite a cracker, with the Shivaji Park Lions playing their 2nd game against the Bandra Blasters, who desperately need a win. We're hoping for an even bigger crowd tomorrow, Sunday, at the Wankhede Stadium. For now, it's goodbye. Do join us at 3:15 tomorrow. Goodbye.